I mean, I was just going to say where we last left off, we wrapped up with Acalata, the party. Well, most of the party at least explored the remains of one of the derelict Geran ships that was still in orbit of the planet at the time. Got into some looting shenanigans and nearly got a couple of them thrown out into the vacuum of space, as one does.
Mhm.
We almost got sucked off.
God damn it, I suppose the more apt option would be sucked out, but close enough. Um, and then with that out of the way, they set forth towards Tabaret and back to Horizon Drive Yards. And appear to have picked up a stowaway along that path.
Yay.
Bomba!
Bumba.
Bumba.
And funnily enough, that is where we pick up on as this kobold
Cool.
just sort of looks around to at the lot of you. Still got his hands up from the last time. Um, looks at the lot of you. One eye blinks, the other eye blinks.
I was about to ask Bitsuma.
Oh yeah, and during that
Oh,
time, Kiri was making sure that the ship was getting the all of the information from the station to move in.
Fox also threatened the kobold.
Yes, it sort of brain too smooth threats kind of slid over around it.
Based on what you said before,
God,
like
I love them.
raised one finger and then just like lowered it.
Yeah, but still didn't seem like overly like concerned about it. Just more of a all right, fair enough sort of
Okay,
thing.
well, Fox will drop kick it if it enters the room.
no.
I
Oh
feel like
no.
Fox will drop kick most people
Mhm.
if they
Yes,
enter her rooms. To be fair,
yes, but the kobold will be easiest.
it's
No.
like
She can
the
kick like she
baby,
just grab
don't
it and
kick the
just like yeah,
baby, kick the baby.
exactly.
Kick the goddamn baby.
She'll kick it down the corridor into the airlock.
But yeah, so eventually though the ship gets slaved to the station and is pulled in on its own sort of auto docking sequence. This time though, it doesn't go to any sort of umbilical like before. This time it gets taken to a pad.
Yo,
It
I shift into Renee.
okay. Yeah, as you're shifting into Renee, you can see pretty much on like the main view screen the ship going through basically the center part here.
Center Parks.
And it's a little bit like the dockyards at Gauntlgrim, except because this is a artificial structure, it is more symmetrical and smoothed out compared to how the interior of a hollowed out asteroid looked. So the pads are more evenly spaced out with shuttles uh, connecting the two. By shuttles, I mean more as in like rail shuttles, not ship shuttles.
Like monorail kind of things.
Uh, yeah, it's more like those vacuum tube type ones.
Okay.
I forgot what they're actually called. They're the ones that like people like Musk kept spouting off about a decade ago and never did
Yes.
anything with them. Anyway, but yeah, so it's like those kinds of ones. And but yeah, you get onto a pad and That pad then sinks into the ground, kind of like in Caravan's Reach, and closes up, and you can audibly hear the hiss of a seal as it basically um, maintains atmosphere within the area that the ship is now docked in. Whereas presumably up there wasn't any oxygen. But with that, you are now successfully docked to the station. So, what are people's plans for today?
Kiri's gonna do like just final checks on the ship. Make sure everything is good before letting the hatch open.
Okay. Um, for the sake of it, roll and do a piloting check, seeing as you're at the helm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, those.
War.
Stop screaming at me, god damn it.
You meow defiance, and that gets cut off immediately.
I just said where?
Yeah. Like, stop screaming at me, and you just hear the before your microphone's noise gate comes in.
I thought you were referring to like the ship's like HUD blaring the error.
Yeah, so there's like errors screaming at you everywhere. No, yeah, there's atmosphere outside the ship. The actual sort of gears for the landing gear for the ship has connected to the pad securely. Everything's pretty much in place, and also compared to last time, no sign of any kind of like guard or anything like that.
Traditional
Okay.
kobolds.
As far as you're aware, there's no other kobolds besides the one that you've come across.
As far as we're aware.
Yeah, that's what we're aware. He rolled the nat one stealth a stealth check. The rest.
There's 50 other kobolds hiding in our ship.
The ship is just kobolds.
Oops, all kobolds.
Oh god.
Alright. Can I make a attempt before we leave just to ponder orb and be like, what are your secrets? I want to
Um,
understand you.
yeah, if you want to spend some time in your room, giggity, you can do that.
Ew.
Oh god.
No gifty.
I wanted to say it before Cat had the chance.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna spend some time in my room pondering the orb and be like, what are your secrets? I want to understand you. I want to friend you.
Mhm.
It's a machine, I
Keeping
think.
Sunny out of the room during this.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like put it to my forehead and be like, why did Ardo find you? What did you do?
Can I just ask, sorry, has everyone else wandered off and just left Fox with this fucking kobold?
um,
Probably, I think so.
possibly. In the
Yeah.
meantime,
Yeah.
though,
I would
let's
assume
call you
Sunny's
Rook.
still there.
Pebble, do a
Do a bloom.
double
I'm gonna touch my forehead to it too, if that sweetens the
perception.
pot. Oh god.
It's definitely an orb.
This is definitely indeed an orb.
Well, it's a dodecahedron.
True. Um,
Edgy orb.
Edgy orb. Yeah, it's an edgy orb. Um, for the faintest moment, you hear music.
Ooh, ooh.
It For a moment, it sounds like it was coming from the orb itself, but then you realize it's actually in your head, but just distant. But before you could really sort of ponder that music and try to sort of like get a feel of the notes and if there was any sort of vocal or anything like that, um, you're interrupted and pulled out of it by the sound of the the doc's PA system as they're sort of just giving out an announcement to not use a certain landing pads due to technical issues. Completely insignificant to compared to this, but
Yeah.
it takes your attention away, and you no longer hear the music.
Could I hum what I heard all day? Be annoying about it. Have a song stuck in my head now. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait a minute.
Is there not a performance check? Oh, that's annoying.
Hold on. Also, wait. I think my perception was supposed to be higher too because of the level up.
I don't think it matters too much, but
Oh, by like 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's not beating a DC 20, or if it's not going much further than a DC 20, it wouldn't have made much difference. Um,
could it maybe be history? Trying to recall the tune. Wait, we don't have history, do we? Fuck.
Anna's immediately starts screaming.
Stop.
um,
My trauma.
do do a culture check. That's probably the closest thing I could think
I
of.
was going to suggest that next. Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm already using culture
God
for
damn
history
it.
check as well, which is technically how it is supposed to be used, but
Cultured is a trained only skill, but Pebble is not trained in that skill. Wait,
should
what?
be. Has a Oh, I thought the team meant that you were trained in. Okay, yeah, no, you're not trained in it.
You still
Damn.
you should still be able to roll it.
I don't think you can
I
for trained
can
only.
roll it. Well, I could do this still.
You can bypass it, I think.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can still roll it. You just don't have a bonus in that skill.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, so you're rolling it untrained. 6.
Okay.
It's going to take you a while before you can get the tune right in your head, before you can even
Okay.
start humming it out.
I'm gonna put the orb back in its new crate,
Mhm.
put it under the bed, and make sure I lock my bedroom door before we leave.
Okay.
Give Sonny the passcode too.
I think they like it's later on, so it's just like knock knock knock, Pebble, knock knock knock, Pebble.
No.
Oh my god, no!
Aw.
Joking, I'm monster corn.
But anyway, going back to the original. Does anyone have any plans, as in like on the station, as in like places they want to go or things they want to do, that sort of thing? Obviously there's going to be reporting to Geran and that, but I mean, as in like beyond that.
I really need to
Wait,
do that
I don't-
before I know if there's more. So
I don't know. I don't know what there is here.
That's a fair
If
point.
we- If we can try to sell our loot that we got from like the ship, like the weapons and everything, I'm sure there's like a place to do that somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sell this gem I have too.
Kiri's not gonna really do much as of right now.
Okay.
Maybe invite Kiri on a shopping trip.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll
can I
invite her.
can I just express the kobold in the room and what are we gonna do with it when we're not on the ship?
We're gonna take it with us.
I trust
You're
him.
bringing the kobold into the place where they're building military ships.
Oh,
No, we're
You know
not.
what? So, I was thinking Sunny was just going to wander around. So if y'all don't want the cobalt, it can tag along with me.
Sunny, I need you to make sure that kobold does not leave your side.
Understood. And she just starts staring at it.
stares back,
I love her.
unblinking.
Let me clarify.
Stares back,
Sunny,
unblinking.
just if you're gonna explore the station, just make sure the kobold tags along and doesn't wander too far from you.
And do not let it near any sort of machinery,
Understood.
especially
There's
ventilation shafts.
Nods,
Thank you,
nods.
Sonny. How you say?
roll of fortitude, Dave.
Are
Wait,
you having a
what?
staring contest with a
Sonny,
kobold?
yes.
Oh, I
Oh,
know exactly what's gonna fucking happen.
Uh,
Oh shit! Oh
So it's
shit!
gonna blink. It's gonna be gone.
Oh no! Oh my god! Sorry, what happens with the kobold?
You blink first, and you see a smile just sort of like creep up its face, just like all the way along its snout, as he realizes that he won.
Aw.
You'll get him
Oh,
next
that's
time.
adorable. I love it.
And yes, Kobold did just beat an android in a staring contest.
That is gonna go down in
Hey.
history.
It's also maybe because, like, who knows? Maybe her blinking is like automated for every couple seconds. I don't know. She didn't have a chance.
So that's what
Game
Sonny
is
tells
rigged.
herself. No, I'm just kidding.
In small price, almost beat a skull in a staring contest. So.
Yeah, that's how funny.
But
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Pebble's gonna be like possibly going on shore here, shopping and maybe seeing about finding a place to stay because as far as they're concerned, like their mission's kind of over.
Fox is just kind of like stood by
Allegedly.
the airlock, or like however they get out of a ship, just kind of like grumbling and just being like, "Why am I the only one taking this fucking seriously?"
Like, you would probably tag along with Pebble, just at least for the shopping part of the trip.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm speaking to Geran alone then. Like,
I
Wait,
did.
that
I did
also
say that was
happened.
already going to
Yeah.
happen.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't know if
So,
everyone's just
okay.
gonna fuck off before talking to Geran. It's like-
Let me say out of character. I assume we're gonna talk to Garen first,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then all the shenanigans. Like, of course, we have to debrief. I just expect that to be just the mandatory task before the side quests.
Yeah. As for Fox, because it landed on a pad, the hatch, the ramp at the back of the ship that leads to the cargo hold, that's
Okay.
what's open.
Yeah, Renee will be back there and just kind of waiting.
In which case, if there's nothing else beforehand, then
Oh, can we long rest as well?
that has already been done.
Oh, I
Yeah, we
haven't
should've
done.
done
I haven't done mine. Sorry.
Oh.
Wow.
Like, how did you take away the -2 for me of the things? I forgot.
You still have.
Because I'm full of hit points now, so it should be gone. I don't know if you did. I don't know. Is there a way to check if it's still on?
It'll be on your
somewhere?
conditions, or your modifiers.
Conditions.
I took it off.
Okay, good. Okay.
But yeah, so after a while you make your way over. From this area, so it's a bit different to the last time because you've landed in a different spot, but from here there's basically a elevator. It goes along the length of this central area. It also seems like the same elevator goes down along the arms into the ring as well. That's where most of like the normal stuff is. But you know from before that the uh control center of the station is in the central um segment as well. So you head up by the elevator that way first.
Renee is just like humming to herself as she walks. Like her like play like cheery humming.
Kira's just gonna just follow along, just chilling.
Devil's just playing on his like little data deck with Kurai beside him.
Aw.
Doing his little checks.
And Sonny, you with the group still?
I say I'm with the group, but I guess once everyone starts going their own separate ways, I'm also gonna split off.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
I like the mental image that Sunny is just like holding the kobold's hand and like walking along with it.
Yes.
I was
No,
gonna say
I was typing that out. I was typing that out.
I was just thinking like Sonny's like holding the cobalt.
That
like,
was
that
why
one
I was
going
asking
around.
if Sonny was going to be with them while they go to the control center first, because basically, every so often you would hear like from the kobold just looking
Aw.
at all the shiny technology that has not been put together by Scrap and Dreams.
Yeah, Sunny
love
is like
him.
holding the kobold's hand, kind of leaning over a little bit to reach its height, but like she's holding it like basically a parent would hold the hand of their child as they're just walking.
We need to get a leash for the cobalt and a
Kobold's
harness.
just like dangling off the ground, so he's just like carrying it by its hand.
Amazing.
I mean, if it wants to, it can ride on her shoulder or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Do you offer?
Yeah.
It instantly climbs up you and then basically shoulder rides.
I love him.
Aw.
Though anyone who's walking behind Sunny would see just this lizard tail sways side to side happily.
Aw. If anything happens to that kobold, I will cry.
Everyone's hearts grew 3 sizes that day.
Foxes shrunk.
No.
That's possible?
Yes.
I want to cast enlarge on Fox's heart.
It
It's gonna become
collapses
like a
further and turns
singularity
into a
thing,
black
it
hole.
collapses like further. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Same brain cell for real, damn.
Trust the sci-fi nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but yeah, once you get to the command center, you see that it's quite busy. A lot of people are well, manning the various control stations, but also they seem to be checking a bunch of things. This control center essentially doubles as a like flight control. That's that kind of thing. So this is
Well, it's
presumably
meowing.
nope. This is presumably where when you get the messages from the station, like which pad to go and the permission to take control of the ship. This is the area that comes from as well, and it seems like the flight controls, the people that work for it. I suppose you can call them space traffic controllers technically. You can see on the
CC.
screen, yeah, you can see on the screens that it they their purview is pretty much the entirety of this star system. So it isn't just the ships in the immediate range, they're also giving information to ships well beyond this area, which is in orbit of a dust ring around sort of like it looks like a rocky desert planet. It doesn't what I would say is when you were flying over and stuff like that, it doesn't seem like the planet itself is habitable. Like the sort of sheen from the atmosphere is a rather orangey color and such as that. Above table, think like Mars. The station is pretty much the only thing that's habitable in this specific region, but it seems like there is a habitable planet in one of the other rings and a whole bunch of other locations. It seems like there's a lot of traffic from other ships in and out, and also going to drift in and out as well. So there's more people working here than it was last time, so it must have spiked um, since you were last here. Either that or it was in a lull the last time. But towards the back, you see Geran as his basically just taking a look at one of these screens, uh, seemingly showing one of these controllers what to look out for by the looks of it. He's sort of like pointing to various spots on the solar system from what you can see, kind of like on the other side of the screen. So it's like transparent, so you sort of like seeing a reverse image because you're looking at it from behind. But he spots you, sort of waves you over, basically giving permission for you to enter fully, because at this point you've kind of sort of been held at the door. But he just says, welcome back. We've been getting reports all from all over Acalata and the system in general.
Renee is just staring him down.
He stares
It's pretty
back.
out of character.
We're not going to do another fortitude. He just sort of he's sort of staring you up and down. It seems like almost as if sizing you up in a sense, but less out of a fight and more curiosity.
Yeah, it didn't go exactly as planned, but we got the job done.
Well, we're back in one piece, so that's what's important.
Well, I mean, I have to say that's pretty damn impressive in of itself. I admit I wasn't expecting it to be you to go the full way to take that ship down. I was surprised when I got that report. I thought the stuff we provided to the remaining troops on the ground would be enough for them to do it, but I guess you beat them to the punch.
Whoops.
Yeah, several parts of the journey were a bit more than expected.
He sort of looks around and sees sees basically how many people there are in the room, goes, fair enough. Let's continue this in my office. And he makes his way over first, keeping the door open for the rest of you.
Carrie nodded and then followed after him.
Yugo just follows it as well.
Following behind. Calling to Sunny like, let's go.
She follows.
Yeah, once you're in the door slides shut on its own, and there is a slight side eye when he sees Sonny and the kobold, considering they were not
Yeah.
part of this group to begin with. He just sort of puts a pin on that for the time being, by the looks of it, and just says, "Right, so what happened? Because I've got information, stuff that was relayed to me from my friends in Caravan Reach, but obviously there's a lot of gaps where they weren't involved."
Bumba.
You keep it out of character.
There's a slight sort of raise of an eyebrow.
I'm out of character. Are we safe in here? Like, there's not gonna be anyone walking in.
Um, when the door closed, there was a slight hiss, so you can probably assume that it's been um like locked, but as in like locked, like not just a locking mechanism.
Yeah.
It has been sealed.
In that case, Fox just shifts back to normal for the time being.
In front of the
And
kobold.
Ah,
She's just stood in my corner, just kind of with her arms crossed, just let me ever speak before she says her part.
Sunny looks confused.
uh, yeah, we were. A lot happened. Stuff did not go as planned. Oh, geez, how to recap this? How to recap this for him?
That's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
Okay. We were told of a ship that a different faction had. We went to go investigate. Turns out the ship was not functional at all. So, with the help of the kobolds who took down the first ship, we got the attention of a second. Shoot, what was? Is it the Gideon? No,
Geran.
We get a run.
Gideon Authority, and knocked it down. Took it over, and basically brought an antimatter bomb up to the capital ship and threw it into its reactor.
There's a slight moment where his eyes widen at that, especially towards the end, and he just sort of nods and strokes his beard for a moment while he thinks. Well, that's quite the
That's the
development.
that's the cliff notes of it.
All right, well, we'll focus on that first. You used an antimatter bomb.
Yeah, the kobolds are pretty resourceful. They use parts from a ship they were living in, took a piece of antimatter and a piece of matter, made a containment unit for it.
He sort of hand waves like he knows how that works.
Yeah. And oh god. So a lot has happened. It's only been a few days, but it feels like it's been 9 weeks.
um,
Anyone want to fill in some information or
Kiri was just kind of just standing there, just letting uh Pebble speak. He wasn't too sure what to say. He mostly just piloted, so he was like, I don't know.
Gary was missing for the on-ship part of all of that.
it was just things didn't go to plan exactly at first, and it kind of just the plan got built as we went along.
It also didn't help that as soon as we arrived, we were ambushed by goblins, and I found out my name was on a hit list, which would have been nice to know before we entered the planet.
Oh yeah, the hit list. I forgot out of character.
stroking beard intensifies. He does eventually look over to you in the corner, Fox. You're in the spotlight.
Who's my
And
relation?
and he sort of tilts his head slightly and says, I was not aware you were on a hit list.
When I was last here, I clocked you a former intelligence. Or at least of some kind. Is that correct?
Indeed, and I know of a few hit lists that are out there, mostly from low-level syndicates and such. I've even got a few hit lists that I shouldn't even know from other agencies, but forgive me, I have not come across one in particular with this.
Simon, got a few questions for you, just to see how good you are with your intel. Because I'm doing my best to be civil here, but when I'm sent into a planet where my name is literally on a hit list, I'm not too patient with that, as I'm sure you can understand.
Fair enough.
So, all these questions assume I'm referring to the last year or so. Don't need to be specific, but to start with, how about you tell me what notable jobs I've done in that time? Name one.
Last year, well, you came upon my radar quite recently, in fact, about 2, 3 months ago. You uh the ransomware job on as he sort of thinks for a moment. Uh, Somewhere in the Pax Alliance, let me check my notes. Um it basically goes through it's sort of taking past a couple of them, Castroville.
Alright, and what is the longest break I've taken in that time?
Mm, the year. It was about a month's pause, I'd say, between 5, 6 months back. It's not uncommon for there to be nothing big happening from time to time, but normally there's a few small things that at least Richter have credited you as it, or you yourself have credited as being the proprietor to it. However, there was a period in which there was nothing until it came back again. We assumed, or at least I assumed, that you had other matters to attend to or had to lay low. The last information we had, you were somewhere in the Pact Alliance. They tend to be more on top of those things.
Well, you've answered my next question, then, because I was going to ask where, well, as far as you know, where I operate out of.
Well, the past few months, we've always assumed you operated out of the Pact Alliance. Generally speaking, we have never really. Not so much that we don't care, more so that it has never been a top priority to address it. For the most part, nothing. There's been no major crime. We do have deals with the Pact Alliance for extra communicate, excommunication,
Yes.
excommunication. Anyway, that. But like I said before, I won't say anything.
And what is my current rank?
Mm, well, officially speaking, it varies from time to time. Though I know there's some sort of game essentially in the underworld, but for the most part, you stayed at one. There was a brief moment you were second, but that was mostly when you were inactive for a while.
Fox has to visibly compose herself for a moment. Femin, slightly different question for you. When I walked in here claiming I was Fox, why weren't you surprised?
Uh, just to clarify, did you say why weren't you surprised?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when I started saying about the first time, he just cut me off and said, "Don't say anymore."
mm,
Just so.
well, I admit I wasn't expecting someone to walk in, change their shape, and then admit to being one of the major hackers in at least some of the regions. Again, bear in mind, Marissa, we haven't really given much thought, but mainly I decided there and then, the moment you said it, that A, it would be best that the little I know, the better, uh, for myself, but also I saw the chance for a mutually beneficial agreement that could be made between us. And so I hopped onto it right away. I may be former intelligence, but it's the former part that matters. It's hardly a glamorous role what I have now, though I've done well for myself.
So, an extension on that. If I was killed, well, as far as most people know, over a year ago, how am I still operating?
There were rumors of a death, but when your next attack came around, at least my friends back in the Marixa Initiative, that's our own intelligence agency, we figured that they were rumors either made by yourself to hide a new attack or were assumptions made by more competitive thoughts while you were inactive for that time.
Well, I'm happy to tell you everything you have just said is incorrect. Because someone's impersonating me. And seemingly have been since almost immediately after an assassination attempt was made on my life.
Hey, sounds like a
Another bit of
few
information I picked up.
Go on.
So, in another bit of information I picked up in Acalata. It turns, well, the list that my name was on has been active for at least 3 months. And from, well, a lot of high-ranking people on there, some I recognize, some I don't. But the fact it's not on the radar of, well, intelligence agencies is concerning.
Mm. I could talk to some of my contacts, see if anything's came up on their end. Bear in mind, most of the information I have is always going to be somewhat delayed. I'm not intelligence anymore. I have enough fingers and enough pies to get information when I can, but it's not always going to be the most up to date. But I can snoop around if you wish.
I don't expect you to be up to date, but the fact someone's impersonating me and is good enough to maintain the number concerns me. If I had to make a guess for the one who tried to kill me in the first place.
Mm. Always a possibility, though I had imagined, given the competition in the underworld, normally when one faction destroys another, they tend to tout their achievement in that regard.
One thing I can say for sure is that, well, at least the top 5, sometimes the top 10 of the ranks, they never targeted each other. Whoever did this was someone new or external. I need to find out who. That being said, I have something for you. Like, gets up off the wall, walks over, and places the drive down on the table.
Hmm.
Proof of Vask and Acalata, not just militaries. By the look of it, some kind of secret, well, secret service.
There's a slight sort of grimace on on his face when you mentioned that aspect of it, and he just sighs and goes, "Eh, Directive 9, then."
Yep.
All right. That's
Just for
Concerning.
reference, the video on the tape is the Vesk melting, pretty much.
Mm,
After popping the pill.
fair. In which case, yeah, when he does eventually play it, because he does put it, he pretty much sticks it on the system. You can tell that immediately as it pops up, you recognize a false machine. Basically, it's made to contain in case there was anything dodgy
Yeah,
on the thing.
valid.
And and yeah, it plays that moment of biting down on the tooth and starting to sort of melt away as he almost taunts you to your face. You're sort of seeing that again through that perspective. And he just sort of dies. I suppose that would have been inevitable with what we had assumed to begin with. Of course, they would be sending intelligence if they were working with Geran to improve their own capabilities.
I'm still not convinced. I've had to direct the lead to potentially who went after me before. It seems too easy.
Well,
If they
sometimes,
tracked me down and were able to kill me, they'd be able to attempt to kill me. They should at least be able to cover their tracks.
assuming there's any link between those two things, suppose there's always a chance for further subterfuge. Considering the fanaticism you see there, it doesn't surprise me that it would be intelligence involved, whether it is entirely sanctioned or not. That I couldn't tell you. The Vescarim's a tricky place, sure you understand that.
Like the Vertigo gaze for a second.
He sort of shrugs. He knows he's mentioned something there. They're not always a united thought, however, though unconfirmed, there has been belief that a a new leader has been chosen by the elders that maintain the government. If you wish, Fox and Kiri,
Huh?
Oh,
you can both do a culture check.
who was the
Any
first
kind of
one you
bonus?
said?
Me and Kerry.
Okay.
Any kind of bonus?
No.
Okay.
Well, good thing Kiri's pretty smart with this.
Oh shit. Alright.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
um it so for Kiri it rings a bell, but you don't know too much about that region. As for Fox, though, the Vesk, well, they're an autocratic military junta. That's pretty much their main thing. Um, So the whole thing is military based. The courts are military tribunals, soldiers are the law enforcement, and all sort of representatives have to have some kind of military role or background in order to serve office. Each planet is ruled by a high general, and they have absolute authority over their individual region. However, this there is typically not a singular leader for the Veskarian Empire. It is instead run by a council of these high generals.
There being one leader elected is unusual.
There is a precedent for it. In times of war, the Council of Generals appoints an emperor to serve as head of state and as commander-in-chief of the military. This decision must be unanimous, so all members of the council have to vote to do this, which is typically why it's rarely done, even during the border wars, even when um, Polonis was taken away from the Vescarum and became part of the Pact Alliance. Even then, did they not elect a emperor amongst themselves?
I'm starting to put the dots together.
Mhm.
If even now during the Cold War, there has not been a big push, primarily because if you were to ask any leading member of the Vescarium officially, they would say they are not at war. But if there are rumors that um, they have selected an emperor, that would cause a lot of nervous people in a lot of different nations, not just the Pact Alliance.
Fox has a theory, but she's not going to say it out loud yet.
Okay.
Of course.
So Veska, the leader, and are now seemingly involved with Geran as well, putting Marixa in a bad position.
Indeed. It's not too surprising. The Gideon Authority is also a military-based autocracy. They probably have a number. Well, we know they have a number of matching philosophies and ideals.
So how it currently stands is if a war does break out, the Pact Alliance will be trapped between Geran and the Veskarian Empire.
Indeed. And while Gideon's forces are not extensive and they're already in conflict with us, it would be an annoying thorn in the Pact Alliance's side.
I don't see what Geran have to gain in this. If they go to war with Marixa and Pact Alliance, they'll be destroyed.
Most definitely, it would not be something even the primary leader of the Gideon Authority would ever agree to, unless they have something in place that would perhaps change that. The he still thinks for a moment and seems to be considering something, but eventually we did originally have a build contract with the Pact Alliance for more ships. Not just this station, a couple of others around Marixa. We were hammering out a rather lucrative deal on our end to provide ships. Nothing too serious, mostly patrol craft. But when we when the border war between us and Geran became a fully fledged one, we were no longer able to commit to that, and instead we had to commit those builds for our own navy.
The Pact Alliance was weakened.
Essentially, or at the very least, didn't get the chance to grow stronger. I doubt Geran Authority would ever take any real action against the Pact Alliance, though if they're caught up heavily with Veskarium and they believe that in doing so would lack the resources to mount a full assault on Gideron and instead maintain a defensive posture instead, that would be reason enough for any of the warmongers in that nation to push in and at the very least do acts of piracy.
It's a painting concerning image.
Indeed. So far, this is all conjecture and speculation. As it currently stands, there's still a lot of words being thrown around back and forth at various nations. Both sides of that Cold War, the Pact Alliance and Veskarium, they've been claiming all is well, while at the same time ships mysteriously vanish on either side of their borders. People throw accusations at each other and then claim another person did it. Politically speaking, it's an outright mess. One which, admittedly, it sort of sat back and not worried too much. It's given us a chance to focus on our own issues. But there's a stage in any war where the two sides, at least officially, are in denial. A stage where no one thinks it will ever boil over into anything more than some pot shots here and there, some quote unquote misunderstandings as ships sink and people get thrown into space. And then the next thing you know, there are rockets raining down onto your planet.
Speaking of which, the guy who runs Caravan's Reach, we saved Acalata from being bombarded after the capital ship went down. He said you'd repay us from your pocket.
Of course he did. That's fair. I can certainly arrange that. To be frank, I've already got a few rewards in mind for the lot of you as well, including some help on my part to, well, deal with the mess that you kind of found yourselves in.
I would ask, well, this shouldn't even be a request, this should be expected at this point, but given I was sent into a territory where my name,
You cut
I
out.
would
you
like to
cut out.
request it. Oh, okay. Hold on. I was going to frame this as a request, but it's hardly even that at this point, given you sent me into an area where my name was on a hit list. I'm going to need a few things.
So hung up on that hit list, I kind of muttered.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pebble, that you're not noticeable enough to actually, warrant people's attention.
I
It-
prefer it that way.
He raises the brow, especially when the two of you start bickering. And
Kiri just kind of plays like his hand on the bridge of his nose, like, oh my god.
I give an
Here to go
apology.
again.
Sorry.
he little signs goes, all right. What do you have in mind, or would you prefer this wait till later?
We can discuss it in private once these ones are gone.
Very well.
But I do have one more question before I let one of these handle the next part. What can you tell me about Rua?
Brewer. Well, it's generally speaking a one of our more distant settlements. The the system itself, Rua, is by all intents and purposes a simple red dwarf star. Most of the planets are uninhabitable. The one that is just on the edge of the habitable zone and is quite a bit cold. It's a frozen planet, for lack of a better term. It's primarily a source of water and for both drink and also cooling systems, including heavy water. But there's also a number of mines, and further out at the edge of the star system is a gas giant that um, we mine for a number of things, mainly hydrogen, helium, those sorts of materials. The main planet of that system is known as uh, Rua Reda, which I'll type down.
Creative.
It's named by the locals of that region. Rua is the main star, and then the other planets within that system will get the name of its parent, so in this case, the star, and then its own name. And then likewise, the moons will get the name of its parent, its planet, and then its own name. There are a number of colonies on that planet, including a good few cities. It's mostly domed due to the extreme weather, though it's not. There is an atmosphere, basically.
Of course, it's decently built up there. I'm looking for something on Rua, and that's just going to make it all the more difficult.
There would also be the general attacks that you'd have to worry about as well.
What?
Well, Rua, Avlul, and Ori are all systems that border the Geran Authority, the nearest system being Voxa. It's not uncommon for raids and piracy to be conducted on either of those systems, while we maintain order and fight them back as best as we can. Their main tactic is essentially a ship combat version of guerrilla warfare. They mainly hunt in wolf packs and take out cargo shipping when they can, for the most part, raid smaller settlements here and there, and then try their best to flee before we can engage. A lot of the time, they're not that lucky, but they have the resources to continue throwing this, and for as long as they do, it pulls our forces away from, well, places like Acalata, which we struggled to deal with ourselves due to this stretch. And not to mention, Marixa itself is quite literally bordering the system of Geran itself. So most of the engagement has been in that singular drift lane between the two.
So theoretically, if that was dealt with, be some kind of reward.
Absolutely, yeah. There's already a number of bounties out on various wolf packs. Most of them are known. Most of the captains of these packs are known. Should you or anyone else want to, there's any confirmation of their destruction would result in a rather handsome amount of credits.
Good
Ooh.
to know.
Money's always good.
There's one other thing to address from Acalata, but Pebble, I believe you would be best to handle that.
Fuck.
And would you kindly hand over the hit list that you copied?
Didn't get too much from it. Guess I'll. How does the data transfer work here?
You can pretty
Could I
much
just like
you could do it
wirelessly
wirelessly in here because everything's localized to this room, so it's not going out beyond there.
a couple little keystrokes on my pad? I'll transfer a copy over, keeping a copy for myself.
Yeah, you basically send a copy over. So and you do see eventually like a window pop up over the top of the paused video with a list of names, and he sort of goes through them. You can see he recognizes some of the names as well, and just sort of nods along, goes, "This is desperately obsessive."
One more
So,
time.
This is desperately obsessive, he says, like in regard to this list. Presumably how long it
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
it wasn't
It
just
is.
isolated to. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it wasn't just isolated to Acalata either.
Yeah, you got more information from this list than I did. I just copied it. I didn't take it in. We got this from one of the main rooms on the capital ship. What was it? The security
War room.
war room.
Well, it makes sense that it would be there, but this is definitely one of the longer lists. I mean, it's not uncommon for a military to get a hit list especially when they invade a planet. But not only does this go beyond Marixa, this is a number of different nations. It's sort of still going through it. He spots a number of people that you spotted before as well, like people within the Pact Alliance and other like independent people who are like notable business leaders and such. I'll have to give this a look and do some investigating on my own, but just at a glance, this is random. I mean, look at this, and he sort of points at two of the names, like in relation, they're like almost a page width away from each other. These two are complete opposites of each other. They're constantly in debate and just outright argument on in the halls of Castrovel. They're basically part of two different parties. It it would make sense to take one out and support the other, not both, because you wouldn't be furthering any goal related to them.
Wait,
I present a theory.
I have one too, but
Oh, go on. You say yours first.
if you're taking out these groups, could you frame it as them taking out each other to try to cause conflict?
Mm. For some of these names, yes, that would absolutely be possible. I'm seeing a number of syndicate leaders and other such, member of a intelligence group here, a member of a rival group there. But some of
Taking-
these, if you took out one, you could pin it on the other. But
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking about political parties here. They don't gun for each other in that same sort of way.
Well, what's your theory, Fox?
My theory is a bit more complex to explain, so we'll use a ship as an example. You take out one major component of a ship, it can still function, but at a weakened ability. You take
Mhm.
out every single one, then it's going to collapse. What if they aren't trying to enforce, well, the existing beliefs of things, and they're trying to rebuild something new entirely? They went after the number one hacker. They've gone after other leaders of high ranking organizations, members of said organizations, people with sway in all around near space. If they take out everyone, they can build something new entirely.
Now, the creator of this list must have some big ambitions then. We're not just talking a planet or nation here. These are people who operate across the entire galaxy, or at least our known sector.
Shot in the dark here and seemingly random. Do you know someone by the name of Ardo?
Uh, Civilian worker on board the station Gauntlgrim. I've got files on everyone that was there. Pulled a few elbows at Dwayfield to send those to me, but some of them don't realize I'm no longer with the intelligence agency. But I don't have much else besides that. I just have the general information, basically the stuff the company knew.
Is it possible for me to get a copy of that myself?
Well, it's more important to you, I'd say, so yeah.
I think that's all I have for here right now.
The mine,
One more time. Sorry.
the mine.
The mine. Oh shit.
I did hear about that.
Yeah. I think that was a day I didn't get too many notes because of stuffs. Here we are. We did end up. Is the word liberating?
You would
Oh,
say so.
okay. Out of character. The TLDRs were trying to get ownership rights to said mine, correct?
Well, we technically already do since, well,
Yeah.
I mean, not
Think-
officially, I guess, technically.
L is following our orders, so unless we hear from us, it's gonna be hard to do otherwise.
Yeah, I think we need to get through all the red tape and paperwork for that. We did come across a mine who I think to various crazy BS laws is ours now. Since it was sitting abandoned.
That is indeed the part that I heard, though didn't know specifically that it was you, though I did have an inkling based on some of the information I got. Um, we first heard of it not long after communication was restored with Acalata, so probably about a day since you left it. Basically, a very angry, joyful mining came to us saying that one of their well, all of their mines were accounted for, one which apparently refused to go back into the fold. They threatened to shut everything down. However, laws in Marixa suggest that you are not allowed to terminate any kind of drone worker so long as they are operating under the authority of a different holder. Which at this
Fox just in
point,
the corner chuckling.
he still spots Sang and there's a slight smirk and he goes, which at this point we are bound to comply with. Of course, that being said, there officially isn't a true holder, but we can change that and retroactively put you in as the official holders of that mine and anything else you wish to hold in assets from there forward.
Oh boy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of paperwork.
Why do you think I told you to do it?
I'm going to swear at you in Orcish. Oh, son of a bitch.
Language. he,
God, I will be professional.
he just he does have a bit of a chuckle. He can tell when people have like an eye for like things like business and such, and knows that this very much isn't. But he just sort of knows this. For the most part, we can handle all of the legal. Well, I'm going to put it as it is. Bullshit.
Language.
I'm going to glare at Fox.
Kiri kind of just like chuckled and just like
It does get a laugh out of him as well. Like he's just not take. Well, it's not so much that he's not taking it seriously. It's more so that he sees the fun in all of this. But he just goes. Essentially, if you have a official front, so to speak, anything that can be put in under that name. It keeps you out of eyesight for most people, at least on a personal level. And it also keeps all your holdings intact and in one position. Normally, these sorts of starter contracts for a business or any kind of organization would be a hassle, and not to mention typically within the realm of about 50 to 100,000 credits. But considering what you have done for us so far and the fact that I, for one, am willing to continue working with a lot of you, if you wish to take this offer, I can waive most of that and essentially sponsor your own organization. However, this may play out, if you want it to be a business, a guild, a mercenary corps, however you want to do it, that can be left up to you. All I have to do is dot the D's, dot the D's, cross the T's, dot the I's, and dash the L's.
So we need a name.
This is
He'll
the
look at
parts where
Fox
I
too.
wonder if the homework was completed.
I'm
We
pretty
have some
sure it was.
suggestions.
Like I think it was just mostly me and Sunny just going back and forth, and then
We ended up
he
coming up with a combination of the two.
he and Cal just
Yeah.
eating popcorn while watching, and then Fox just being like,
But
"Yeah,
never
fuck
some
this shit."
suggestions as well.
Let me go into this.
I can put
Not
down the
good
name
at
that I
naming
remember.
things.
Oh, what
Fox.
was
Wow,
that?
that was a heavy name.
Fox just puts her headphones on. She's still listening to a conversation. She just doesn't give a fuck.
That's the name I remember.
Sorry, which name did you remember?
I put
Oh,
it in the chat.
in the chat.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I'm fond of anything,
good
really.
with that one.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't really.
God damn it, it's me and Sunny. Just
I can
I find
barely
it
name
funny
my
'cause
original characters. What makes you think I can name a whole team?
Real.
I find it funny because Sunny canonically has no involvement in choosing the name.
well, I guess if we're all in agreement, out of character on that, just slides that note to Karma.
Just tell
Who's the-
Geran, though.
Who's the captain of the ship?
Carrie.
Yeah,
'Cause he's the pilot, so technically Carrie would be
Yeah.
like the captain.
yeah.
But it's funny because poor dude doesn't ever know what's going on.
Yeah.
he's,
Constant
he's just like
empty.
I'm just flying. That's it.
And Carrie and Sunny have like no idea what's happening like most of the time.
What the fuck?
I still haven't really gotten a good explanation of anything.
Oh yeah, we
I try
kidnapped you.
so hard to just like take notes while like things are going on, and I'm still sitting here like, okay, wait, so exactly are we doing?
I just imagine like
Real, like,
intense ship
I
to ship
just-
combat, but like in Kiri's mind, you just hear.
No, that's what's going on in his head.
It's hard to take notes because sometimes when taking notes, I can't listen to what's going on. Then I miss that part, and I need to figure out what happened.
Literally.
Just remember everything from the session and write it afterwards.
Yeah, if it was that easy, you know my memory.
Hey, it's almost like these are being streamed and there's VODs of them that you can go back and listen to if there's something you
Hint,
missed.
nudge, nudge.
I don't have
No
the
way,
time.
okay.
I think everyone
In my
wanted to do
defense,
that.
I did not have time to do that the last few weeks. So,
But yeah,
I guess we're
but I
put a
do try to
name
take
down. Kinetic shifters.
you see, sort
Say
of
kind of
jots
loud
it
enough
down.
for Fox to hear.
Just you see her bare her things.
Here's an agreement.
He takes the bare
Oh.
fangs as a sign of agreement, and that.
Is that just
Oh,
fun?
wait. We should probably address the elephant in the room here. This
Elephant?
is Sunny and friend.
I was wondering how long it
Holster.
would take you to introduce them.
Yeah, like we said, it didn't go exactly as planned, and it kind of just was. It was nonstop down there.
yeah, we got bombarded by a group of goblins, and Sunny was among these goblins, but she betrayed them and helped us out, so we kept her.
Then we got orbital striked, but after I tried to call up the Goblin fleet, but you know.
Yeah, that orbital strike, I'm still really pissed off about.
Yeah.
I
What
see.
did you do?
Sunny just waves her hand a little bit.
I did hear that they were using androids in the Geran Authority. I also heard that they weren't the best of co-workers for the likes of you. I can only apologize for the way they acted.
For the android or for the goblins?
The goblins being bad to the androids.
Oh. Okay.
She just nods, doesn't really say anything about it.
And
It's
this right
fine. But greetings, I am S2370NNY.
Do you perchance
Well,
have a
Sonny, it's
nickname?
easier.
Thank you.
What?
You still see the blank stare blinking. He got the name, but it's just sort of like a I'm definitely not saying that every time I see you kind of look. Um, and what's your story? As he sort of looks above Sonny to the kobold, who is one eye blinking, the other eye blinking.
I don't think it knows where it is.
Karma, real quick, is
Hmm?
this one of the guys who made the antimatter bomb?
Was involved every now and then, like came in and out. It wasn't always the same people working on it. Definitely
Who's the
one of the
intern?
ones doing the gun.
Um, and I guess this, despite looks at him. Despite them, they're pretty damn good engineer. Help
Fox.
us go on.
I was just gonna say, like, like no one is like has even considered asking Kobold its name. So Fox just like, oh, for fuck's sake, and just say undercommon. Do you have a name?
Tilts heads at you. One eye blinks, the other eye blinks.
Which
It
I
only had
was gonna,
broken undercommon, if you remember.
What
yeah,
do they
which
call you?
I'm gonna cut off Fox, and I was hoping that you probably have someone on board the station who could help translate us between us.
God, please don't let there be another one.
Geran just sort of looks at the lot of you, and there's a slight realization every now and then that people have when they come across a party where they realize, oh, these are the people that are now working for me. Kind of, that kind of look.
Yeah,
Um,
we are your finest soldiers. God help us all.
he sort of
Finest is a way to put it.
he looks towards the kobold, and eventually, after a while, you sort of hear him mutter under his breath about it being a long time since the last time, and then just says,
Oh fuck!
Eh, det kunde ni, Peter. But you're 昨天吧，Eta,
Almost sounds like a conversation between huts.
I mean, yeah, it is becoming very Huttese, I must admit.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of times I say Ichilta, which is Huttese, so that's probably what. But yeah, like you see the two of them start to converse, and like you even see a bit of a from Geran. There's apparently something amused him there.
Aw, I love them.
Love it.
He sort of eventually sort of looks away from him to the rest of you, and just goes, "Well, firstly, it's best to get us out of the way that kobold names are a little bit very unpronounceable. But he said if you wish, you can call him Squig."
Squid.
I love him.
That was an amazing reaction.
Fox just stood there grabbing like a fucking bridge of her muzzle, just like. Sunny has just unlocked love.
I have tears in my eyes.
I just sort of like raise her hands up to basically wave at the lot of you again, like, and in doing so, like leans his body.
Oh my god.
I
fucking
love these.
love
Pat,
this.
pat, 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 pat.
Oh, that was a
Sorry.
pretty heavy pat.
Geran, can you ask Squig why it's here?
え、しょば、どうていかんば。で、パティティ、キケンドルトタシ。Ah, but okay. You sort of, Arthur, you can almost tell he's saying, you sure? And the kobold literally just, yeah,
Oh god.
okay. Apparently, he got bored. Decided
Okay.
that about 30 years of desert was a bit too much and came towards you lot.
He's
He's in
older
his
than me?
50s?
Hmm?
This kobold is in its 30s?
Yeah, he's a pretty young guy.
I love him.
Ah, so it stowed away on our ship and our buggy because it got bored.
That's the general gist of it, yes. And you sort of see like a proud, just sort of smug grin on the kobold. He sort of shakes his head.
Oh,
I'm gonna extend my arm out and just say, well, put it there, goddammit.
The fact it's got smug grin makes Fox think it understood what you just said. No, she just stared at it like,
Tilts head, one eye blinks, the other eye blinks, and mimics the same movement you made, Pebble.
Give a little handshake. Can you tell him I said thank you for the patching on the ship? Really helped us out.
But then, take a water after. It's sort of, it doesn't take much. It's sort of, it was kind of a, um, prideful sort of response, and he basically says, he knows.
okay, apologies.
No.
One more thing, Geran.
Hmm.
Can you ask it if it speaks any other languages?
Definitely
What
not
take
in
the
the ice
contra? Mhm.
You're so cute.
Grabs a British photo, so she understands. She does the translation.
Bishop Tepper. Which you could roughly guess sort of means the what do you mean you don't know? And the kobold sort of does that thing like lifts the hand, sort of like, you know, tilts the hand like side to side, kind of like the a little bit sort of
Oh, no.
motion. Uh, uh, he knows a little bit of a few, but besides kobold, not much.
Of course.
They are a quick study, to be fair.
You guys have a library on the station?
We've got a few of them, yeah, absolutely, including a central database.
We
Well,
but
I
they're
might pick up
computers.
Cobalt for Dummy. Give it to Sunny.
Huh?
Just pick up the Cobalt for Dummy like data chip and give it to Sunny.
Oh my god, am I gonna be the kobold translator?
but I don't have anything else to say besides what I need to speak to you in private about, Geran. And you, for the
Does
rest of you.
Does he want to join our little ragtag group, the Cobalt?
Kind of just Darren sort of like stares at you for the like the suggestion.
I'm as bewildered as you are. Don't worry.
He sort of looks to you, Fox, and then back to Pebble, and with a shrug. It's not his party. Toda. Eh? Get your hit. Get it. Oh, looks like he's all right with that. Actually, he was pretty much hoping to have stayed hidden the entire time.
Like, like I want to know, Fox. I am turning like Pebble is turning to Fox like this GIF I'm sending in chat right now.
I love it.
God damn it.
Just give it a grin. Well, I got no objections to that. But I won't hold too much of Fox's time here. I have some business in the station I need to take care of.
Very well. Before before you or anyone else goes away, also there's the matter of your ship.
Yeah.
Much like with the mine, it is in itself, legally speaking, salvage. You have right to it as far as galactic policy is concerned. However, at the current moment, it is still considered property of another benefactor, in this case, Joyful Mining. Ironically, this seems to be the second, or I suppose technically first, but either way, probably best if they should not be having a credit every single time you take something from them. But yeah, this is legitimate salvage twice over. So you won't have any issues from us with that. That being said, though, you will have to give it a new drive signature, which means giving it a new name. We can't keep calling it YT650. That's its make number.
Kind of like a mutter saying like, and they can add it to my tab, I guess. Very bitterly. Shit. Yeah, Kiri, you're the one flying it. You have any ideas for a name? As I'm like inching towards the door.
He was kind of like mid thought. He kind of like snapping. He was like, "Wait, what? I don't think we came up with something to call it." And he like frantically like looks at all the others like, "Help!"
Well, I imagine at least 3 people are frantically looking in the chat history.
Start
Oh,
answer.
Me
yeah, because
never.
I
don't know what you're
remember
talking
it.
about.
Start answer.
Definitely
I
not
never said
scrolling
nothing.
through
Yeah.
Discord right now.
Start answer.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
that.
Yeah.
Are you saying it
And
as Fox or as Cat?
Out of character. Out of character. I'm just.
yeah, thank
Imagine
you.
it. Imagine fumbling so much that Fox herself just like throws a name out there.
We thought Star Dancer would be a cool name for the ship.
Especially with your flying skills.
He kind of just like smiled a little bit, but
Alright, very well. I'll put in a request with the dock crew to get all of that sorted. Speaking of the dock, we will be handling repairs, rearm on the house, considering this was everything that happened to your ship was part of our own agreements. Though, of course, in the future, if you come to us for repairs and such, it will be out of pocket and so on, the usual things. But we will deal with that as and when, and you can be sure that at least for this station, there'll be some discount here and there when provided.
Appreciate all your support and help. Go to shake his hand.
He sort of does like a full on, full on like pushing his hand over to shake, firm grasp, very dwarven.
Fox shifts back to Renee before the others open the door, just to be safe.
Fair, yeah.
Now I got a gem to sell somewhere. I crave a cup of hot noodles.
I mean, I can go with you. We can get rid of the other stuff we got from, the ship.
Oh shit! Yeah, hell yeah.
Does anyone else want to come
As
with us?
Oh,
um as the others started like, doing their thing, trailing out of the room, uh Kiri took a step forward to talk to him. He's like, "Is there any database around here where I can get information on a person?"
Uh, it is possible. This station is connected to the rest of near space, so so long as the information is public or you have, or if it's on somewhere that it can be found, then yeah, you'll be able to find information.
He nodded and he's like, "Okay, thank you," as he made his way towards the door.
Gary,
Hmm.
where do you plan to go?
Uh, Not sure yet. Probably relax for a bit before looking for something. Why?
I need to have a word with you.
God
Oh,
damn it!
fuck. I'm so fucking scared.
I just imagine like
Sure. Sure. What's up?
It's best to do in private for your sake.
Uh, I'm scared.
When you work out where you're going, send me a message.
He kind of just like nodded a little bit. He's like, okay. Before heading out the door.
I just slightly in my head that you know the Witcher TV show when the guy just sort of like says under his breath like fuck.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's literally what I thought. The moment, the moment, Fox calls him over, I just imagine like, fuck, and then turns around to speak.
I just imagine the scene from Puss in Boots: The Last Witch.
Oh, God, yeah. Or Odin in for Ragnarok, where well Loki pretending to be Odin was like, "Oh shit!" It's like spits into his drink.
Oh shit. I'm so scared. Yeah, Kiri's just gonna head out, kind of just like walk around and kind of just like collect his thoughts, like mentally prepare for what's about to happen.
Uh,
Aw.
and I'm asking like out of character, like, do you have anything
Yeah.
specific you want to do on the station?
I don't really have anything specific because I and Sunny don't know what's here. So I was just gonna have her generally explore. But I guess now I kind of have in mind that I want her to go find a way to start learning Kobold so she could be a Kobold translator.
Oh,
I
Real quick, above table, do they
Hmm?
have any like assigned rooms yet, or is it kind of just like
At the moment, it could probably be assumed that your room is on your ship.
okay?
You can probably get lodging. They don't seem to have anything specific for you, so it'd be kind of like above table, basically like inns and such in D&D. Put some money in and have a room for the night or something like that if you need so. Um,
Bouncing off of that, how much would a like lodge like room be?
uh,
Uh,
y-
yeah, you guys have money?
to an extent, you'll kind of have to ask around and such, but it would. Mm, have a look.
Poor Pebble. Yeah, Kiri has like 2,000 credits right now.
Jesus Christ!
That's
I
it.
really got this shit in.
That's all it
My
costs.
welfare is pretty good though.
Okay. Um, 1 to 2 bed suite is 5 credits a night.
Oh, damn, that's not bad.
It's nothing.
Push those bed together.
Poor Pebble.
Jesus Christ.
Light armor is cheap. I got lucky.
That's why I'm so dead set on selling this gem. Just to
So it's
afford a
it's like,
single
yeah,
cup of noodles.
five credits per night for a lodging. Everyone, almost everyone can.
And then another above table question. The database that Carrie was interested in to find like information.
Yeah.
Like, are there any like public ones, like one in like a library or something, or
Um,
how does that all work?
there's throughout. So basically, the ring you can expect is basically like one long main street essentially. Um,
Mhm.
You have your usual stuff in inns, clubs, taverns, all that sort of stuff. You've also got libraries. There's a bunch of libraries around, and anything like an internet cafe or game room. Those sorts of things. Basically, anything that has a computer with access to what is essentially this galaxy's equivalent of the internet.
Okay. He will be making his way to a library then, to find one of these databases.
Okay.
Even the android from a desert planet has more money than Pebble. Alexa, play the Gummy Bear album.
Yeah, because what we didn't know is Sunny also functioned as a vending machine. So the money she has is just the money that the goblins put in.
That would be
There's like a
very
couple
funny.
coins wedged in her gears.
God.
It's
But yeah,
not like
so
magnetic pole and it keeps sticking to her.
but yeah, so for the most part, there's a number of things. I don't have like a full-on map for the station at the moment, but there are like a number of
Ooh.
locations I can describe places and stuff like that, as and when needed. Um,
Theater of the mind.
Pretty much, yeah. A lot of things that aren't encounters will be that for this and most of our campaigns. It's easier that way. um, but yeah, so well, now though we will. Well, when people, yes, exactly, Kat. When while the others are going to do their stuff, we will stay here in this room with
Sorry.
Fox.
Sorry. It was
Sorry, I
really
meant
lost
to.
for some reason.
I meant to go click on the thing to drop down its description. I
Yeah.
didn't do
Once the door is shut and sealed again, Fox is going to take a seat in front of Geran and just shift back to normal.
Mhm.
So before we go into what I want from you, I want to talk business.
Very well.
In regards... Go on, if you guys speak.
No, sorry, that was me taking a breath.
In regards to the business itself, I don't want, well, my alias or Renee put down. I prefer to put a separate name because if you forget, well, one's on a hit list and one is my cover.
That's fair. For the most part, it's not uncommon for businesses and organizations to have a pen name, stage name, whatever you want to call it. So I could put something down on that officially for you. There will be some records, but you can understand that this would be like the lowest of the low, full on, like the furthest away any of that information could possibly be, and is
That's no
mostly
problem.
kept here in local
But for the records, put down the name Nova.
Nova. Very well.
Yes.
And you see him, he does type down it as a note. It's basically this whole entire time has been occasionally typing stuff down, whether it's information or the or stuff that he needs for all of this stuff.
The other matter I want to talk about was the mine itself. What do you estimate we could make from mine, if you have an estimate?
Well, based on Dwayfield's records, anywhere upwards of about. Well, they were able to pump out up to 50,000 credits a month from that single mine. Of course, they have all of the means available to them. They have their own transports, they have their own infrastructure, taking it to other places to get that stuff refined into whatever materials they want, selling the kind of resources that come from a mine just outright is often less profitable. A lot of companies, especially mining companies, tend to have their own um, refineries and such, and then sell the commodities that are made from those instead. But starting out, it's a pretty good way of getting into a decent amount of money off the bat.
You have a rough number of how much we would each get?
Uh, Assuming an even split, that would be 10,000 um, a month. Going by this station's cycle, but again, I do want to stress that Dwayful had the resources available. As far as I'm aware, your ship is the only asset you have in terms of transport. For the time being, at least until you get your own, you will have to pay another company to transport these materials wherever you wish for them to go. And even when you do then purchase your own ships or rent out your own ships, whichever, you'll then have to pay crews and such yourself. It's not going to be as cut and dry as just the things made out. The 50,000 that I'm floating around is more the profit that Dwayful made after all of those expenses. And again, those were in-house expenses, so it would be cheaper for them than someone using third parties.
Is there anything you could help us with in regards to setting up that system?
Uh, I have agreements with other companies, mainly transport. We tend to move a lot of material ourselves, especially importing to build our own ships and such. It won't be free. I would have to stress that it will still cost money because they have to make a profit. I can
I won't
absorb
argue that.
some of that, but I can't really guarantee that, or I can't guarantee it'll be much. Um, but with I might be able to wriggle my way into a friend of mine's business. He does a number of fabrication stuff for things. So depending on what materials your mine produces, he might be able to do some stuff. Again, it's with a price, but what you'd be able to sell afterwards would more than make up for all of this.
In that case, if you can help us with that process, I'm assuming the money will be sent via the other company or via you.
Well, once everything is started, it should pretty much flow in a cycle uh, between you and the companies that are being made. Technically speaking, the money would be in the mine at the moment with the resources as it gets moved around, so on and so forth. Um, if you wish, I can. Well, when this organization is made and that's all set up, technically it would come with its own account. So we can act as the bank for that. You'll be able to access money anywhere, but like in terms of its physical origin location, it could be here.
Understood. How long do you estimate that would take to set up?
Uh, Most likely, it would probably take about a month to 2 months before you start seeing any numbers in your account, at least from this specifically. But once it's set up, it would be a relatively steady stream of funds.
That's annoying. I have someone I need to pay. That will have to be something I work at, well, through other means until then, I guess.
For what it's worth, as this would be an official account, anywhere you go that happens to be within society, you would be able to um, withdraw or deposit money. So if you make the credits elsewhere, you can put it into the same account or pull from it to pay others.
Yes, but I need a means to pay them until then is a problem. I'll have to work that out, though.
What I can do is try to shorten that time. For the most part, it's more so what my estimate is mostly based on what these other companies will be willing to do and how they'll be able to do it. If the transport company I work with have enough ships to spare and such, then you can expect it to be relatively quick. If, however, they've already committed a decent amount of their own resources to other operations, it might take more time. So it depends really on what they've got. I do recommend when you do start making money, especially if you grow this and make more, that you start investing in your own resources for this.
Absolutely. It'll be easier to perform more in the business sense I'm used to that way.
Essentially, yes. And it basically means you aren't paying as much because this isn't just the payment for um crew pay and resources used and such. You are also paying another company which will is going to be raising its price to have a profit. So it's not just they won't be doing it for a loss or a stable. They would be doing it to make some money back themselves. So the sooner you can
Understood.
get your own resources, the less you won't have to deal with those extra costs.
Understood. In that case, keep me updated on the process.
Will do. If you wish, I can connect my contacts to yours. I do have back channel means to communicate to you in a way that won't get traced if you concerned with that, which I imagine you will be.
Absolutely. In regards to that, there's two other things. First
Mhm.
off, I need to make a call.
Okay. When you're ready, I can set up a room. We've got a few skiffs here that can keep all of that contained.
Perfect. And the final matter is in regards to you were paying me for sending me into a planet with a hit list.
Yes.
You have uh, somewhat military on board this station. Not your own, but they do occupy here.
We do work with a security firm. They have their own. It's not a military per se. It's more of a mercenary guild, but they operate as security guards and such.
Good. I assume they have training areas?
Of course, yeah, we have two main garrisons in the habitation ring.
I want a non-used area of the ship to be converted into a gym, and I want one of the training robots that they use.
Mm. I can make a request for that. I imagine the head of security is a friend of mine. Yeah, I can convince him.
I need one that's high-end, capable of beating me the fuck up, to put it lightly.
There's a slight sort of smirk that appears across his face. He seems to approve of that notion. Um, but he sort of nods and says, "Well, to be frank, the security forces here, they will, they will certainly have something like that. They're pretty intense with their training."
Perfect, because when I punched Pebble in the face the other day, it was pathetic. I need to hit him not harder next time. As I mentioned, that was an assassination attempt on my life, and unfortunately that left me a bit weaker than, than I would have preferred. I didn't realize that until I hit him and he didn't go down, and I don't plan to have that happen again.
Very well. I will send a message to my friend and see what I can get you. It might not be the most modern one. They'll probably send me something that's older, something that they're more willing to get rid of. But considering the way that some of these boys train with, I imagine they will most likely still suit your needs.
Perfect. I have some matters to attend to before I make the call, but I will contact you when I need the room.
Very well.
Chef's back to Renee and be like, "Bye, Geran." And
He literally raises his hand and goes, "See you around, kiddo."
and then just walks out.
Out of character, I think Fox is going to be demanding a lot from Pebble for the business sides. Looking at his secondary class.
I know 2 people in the party that might be roped
I'm the
into
free
this.
trader.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
all
about that.
my shit is I can re-roll checks for like mercantile laws, customs corporations, gather information
Ooh.
about merchants, markets, and merchandise. Re-roll like diplomacy or sense motives to negotiate price for goods and services.
What a
Damn.
coincidence.
The 2 people that
Also-
worked with Ardo, they're beautiful. Yeah, sorry,
gonna say,
sorry,
Yeah.
Fox.
Me too, Maple.
As Fox walks out, she texts Curie, just be like, "Where are you?"
Where are you?
Uh,
Okay, so we're gonna
Uh.
we're gonna move from there.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
we'll get back to that message a little bit later.
Mhm.
So while that is happening, the
I'm so fucking scared.
Good.
the other 4. What's the plan of action? Where you're all going then? So I know there was some things you want to sell, the gem, Pebble.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna join to sell like the other stuff we do from the ship to like get us some money
Okay.
out of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get us money, like looking for the best deals and stuff. And my end goal is to go to the library.
Um,
Out of character above table, like my goal is to try to research into the orb or similar items of that area to try to get a better understanding of it.
Fair
But
enough.
that will definitely be when I'm alone.
So, in which case we'll start with the selling of stuff. There's, for lack of a better words, a pawn shop.
I have to get rid of the broken gun, I guess.
It will definitely do well for a lot of the stuff that you've got. Actually, to be honest,
I got the list right here.
Hey, you got the list. Okay, I was gonna ask.
good
Can you like
if you
put it
can
in the
send
Discord?
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Put it in the group.
Okay,
Just can like make a plan where to go for what. Because I mean, the weapons are
said-
probably best like a used weapon store, a weapon store, I guess. I don't know.
real quick, just in chat.
Yeah,
In
in the
the
Discord chat.
in the Discord chat, yeah.
Let me correct all the typos real quick.
Oh, good. No worries.
5 new typos added.
What'd you say? I'll have you know, I got nothing. Yeah. Well, so I did the copy and paste, but like it copied over like the click to react message sent this date, and I'm like removing all that.
It's okay, take your time.
I feel so rushed.
Hurry up, right now.
Okay, I mean,
You know,
like
I'm
y'all
just
have
not
fun
gonna
selling
send
stuff.
it
I'm
now.
chilling with my kobold kid.
And it said Friday, April 24th, 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, hold on. Ignore that. How about you go kiss my ass, guys? I'm gonna
Okay,
just
sure.
check
Okay.
I mean,
this
okay,
month.
if you're
Yeah,
offering.
I'm down. I'm down.
Okay.
So, um, the gem and the broken rifle can be sold at the pawn shop.
Let's go for that then.
I do have an unstable junk laser I really want to fuck with.
Oh yeah, I got that. I can get rid of that too. Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what? Hold on, what did Cat say?
It's the S at the end of rifles. Let's have a look at your gem first.
Yeah. Do, 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 do,
So, as this was taken from the mine, it is a precious gem. It's a kind of quartz. It's not a jewel, as that needs to be cut and refined to make it as such.
Mm.
But this would count as a precious, and you could get, as offered, the guy sort of looks at it, 350 credits from it.
Ooh.
Could I try to haggle it?
You can try. What do you want to say to?
Oh God, come on, man! I know what I got here. 355.
Gotta get one night of like bedroom.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for.
55. Okay. Double check something you have.
I'm gonna see if I can do a sense motive. See if they're like, if they're jipping me.
Yeah, can do a sense motive.
All right. Could I? Okay, before the outcome is determined. Let's see. I could re-roll, but I think I have to take the second die.
Gamble.
Yeah.
Gamble. Gamble.
Bluff diplomacy
Gamble.
or sense motive. Yeah, press C activate just so that you use one of the charges. There you go.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah, it
Oh
basically just
my
shoots out the
God.
text. Because it's not
Yeah.
a thing that's rolling anything. Okay. Yeah, roll sense motive.
Oh no.
Oh.
That looked like it was cocked. Damn.
Unfortunately, this is not a physical dice. Therefore it does that does
Yeah.
not work. But
Yeah. Nah, this guy's too good.
um, for what it's worth, at least, it seems less of a case of trying to scam you out of it, and more of a he wants to make profit as well. He can't just sell everything at its highest price, otherwise, he's just gonna lose more money than he gets.
Can't blame me for trying, can you?
But for just 5 credits more, he's willing to agree to that.
Nice.
It's very
Okay.
fucking fortunate off of that. Just always ask for like 1 extra credit.
I mean, hey, if you're selling a lot of stuff, that would add up quite quickly.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, you
Alright.
can
Because I'll
add.
shake the hand and pocket.
Yep. You can add 355 to your credits. That's basically the big fat zero that you currently have at the moment. There you go.
Oh my God. Holy shit. This is the most money I've ever had in my life.
Although,
As you've come across a sizable wealth as far as you're concerned.
There's like one single tier.
But yeah, Kellerick, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I have a stupid question. So starting at level 9, our character can fit more space with our skill. Does that stack for both of us?
No, because it's whoever's doing it at the time.
Aw. This is so sad. Was it a shot? Was it a try, you know?
Yes, Maple, you can delete the item. Just because I forgot to
So
do it.
Tetris World Champions over here. Like,
Yeah, what I was gonna sell is probably like the junk laser because I don't think that's gonna go well at a weapons shop or something like that. The broken gun and the what else was it? Fuck, there's another thing I think. Am I stupid right now?
Right now, I'm just kidding.
did you
That's
pick up
crazy.
another weapon?
What is it? What is it?
Did you
what is
pick up
it,
a
Ken?
laser rifle on the ship?
Yeah, the broken laser weapon and
Did you
the
pick
that's
an
what junk
intact
laser.
one?
We have three, but I think they're probably gonna
Okay.
go better somewhere else, in like an actual weapon store.
From what I can
I'm
see from
guessing.
your inventory list, no. I think you did pick up an extra thing, but it's one of the things in the list that Pebble wrote down.
I think it was disintegrator SMG, maybe, or laser
Yeah, it
rifle.
might have been
one
one.
of the two.
Yeah, the SMG or something. So it's been something that you didn't put onto your thing because it went into that general
Oh,
list.
okay. Yeah, that's
The
probably gonna go
collective.
to like another like a proper store as well, because I think like this is more like for used stuff, I guess, or like more like junk, basically.
Generally speaking, yeah.
So they're
Um,
probably just gonna offer the junk laser and the broken rifle.
okay. Hmm?
Before I forget, I think we're gonna have to probably bring the ship's black box to was it Geran? He would probably know like who would be interested in that because I don't think a random shop's gonna be wanting that. I think it's gonna be
No.
more of a military
That's
intel.
yeah. That's more something that he would buy off you as opposed to the anywhere on this station.
But yeah,
But
like
where
that's the
she
stuff I tell to him. Those two things.
Okay. Uh, let's see what's there then. So I have to say, ah, never easy just grabbing something. So for the laser rifle,
Hmm?
normally this kind of rifle would be sold at 425 credits. As this is broken and would therefore need any sort of money to restore it and stuff like that for personal projects,
Hmm?
you're being offered 300 credits for it.
Oh, that's not bad for a broken gun.
Almost as much as a
But you
fucking
know,
gem.
I'm sure we could make that. We could make that 350 with a little roll. You know, 'cause, I mean, the damage isn't as bad as it looks as I do a bluff roll.
No,
I'd
ask
do a
for
bluff roll.
360. Ask for 360, they'd be worth more than gem.
Oh my god.
I am going to use one of my few opportunities to re-roll that die.
All right, yeah.
Not one.
And I will
Can I
use a
re-roll?
charge.
Can I use the two charges on one roll?
You cannot. You have to choose. You have to choose what was.
I'll take the first roll. No,
You
I think you have to take the second roll.
have to take the second one. Yeah, it's
So
similar to
sad.
Oh,
D&D
that's
rules.
so unfortunate.
Aw.
So
You're welcome.
Because it's just a straight re-roll before the outcome is
yeah,
decided.
that's the reason why. Because
sad.
yeah, because I didn't say what he was going to do. You basically go, no. What I actually did was, and in this case, it was worse. But he sort of huffs and just says, "Nope, that's going to be 300."
You know, 295.
I did consider it.
That's crazy. Okay, you know what? Let's see what 300 is okay. 300 is okay. What about the hour gun?
So there is. eh, Okay. This one is labeled at 105 credits.
Look, we could make this,
I'm gonna
It-
put my
like-
hand on Kelrick's shoulder and just. Do you know that meme? Do you know that meme?
What meme?
With many.
What are you
Which
talking
one?
about?
I'm
What
doing
is your
this.
Pebble?
Oh.
Oh, that.
Like, just it ain't going good for either of us, buddy.
He just places his hand on his shoulder and just shakes his head like, good try, man. Good try.
I think we should just take the prices we're getting.
Okay, you know what? 420 for both. I'm gonna roll again.
Yeah, roll
Oh
again.
my-
I can roll diplomacy because I'm not bluffing.
Yeah, you're doing. Yeah, in this case, it's diplomacy.
I was gonna laugh
16.
so hard if there's gonna be another fail.
Yeah, it was very close. 16.
I think should reroll.
He
Sounds good.
Grabs you by the throat.
he sort of he shrugs his shoulders and eventually nods. That sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Let's do 420 then.
Yep, you can add 420 to your thing, and I'll get rid of these things as I forgot to do it last time.
Yeah, the laser rifle in my inventory is the intact
Yeah,
one. I
that
have
one's
the
just,
proper one
yeah,
here.
yeah. I know the laser rifle in your case was never added because it was broken.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the junk laser off. There we go.
I'm crying.
I still need to
guys.
buy a sniper for Kiri. Oh my god, while we're here, I need to do that.
Double, actually, no, you can afford that, probably. It shows how much money you had.
Yeah.
With your money, you can probably afford that.
Probably.
Um,
Okay, but if you're good at that sort of, because you probably need to find like a place that buys ship parts and weapons, like good weapons.
Talking to Kelly, we also have the coils and stuff we should probably sell.
Yeah, it's I mean like ship
Unless,
parts.
do you think that we can put it on our own ship?
I mean, I don't think what you could do with 5 cars. I think you're probably just better off selling them and then just getting one if you ever need some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we can probably sell like the cores of the after ship parts at a fitting place. I guess if there's something like that on the station.
there's a number of mostly stuff scrap places and general sort of like maintenance type shops here, and there is also a general store here for ships for purchasing tools, weapons, things that are not for personnel but for the actual ships themselves, new thrusters, all of that sort of stuff. I mean, above table, basically think of it as the shipyard stuff in Elite Dangerous, where you can buy all the utilities and
Hey,
stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's why
I
we
get
could get
that
rid of like the
reference.
cores and fuel injectors and everything. It'd
You'd
a picnic
probably be
table.
able to sell those there as parts.
Yeah, we should probably try that if you're fine with that, Pebble.
Sure. Kind of, hands Kelrick a list of what we have. Like, hey, if you can find a bot that I can buy these, I'm gonna might go branch off a bit, see if I can
Oh, that's okay.
find
I can
find,
handle
find
that.
some information around here. See if I
Okay,
can
I'll
get
try
us
to get a good
jobs.
price, and we'll split that up between all of us.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me. Okay, good luck with what you're doing.
I'm just gonna branch off to the nearest noodle shop.
Okay.
Oh God, hell yeah!
I love Pebble.
That's amazing. All right, we'll get back to you, Pebble, in a moment.
50 credits for noodles.
God.
So, Kelrick, starting with the ship stuff, then.
I'm just gonna open a separate page, my notepad, to write down the values, and then just see how much everyone gets out of that.
Yeah.
This is our loot, not
Nerd.
my loot.
Oh yeah.
Fucking communist.
I mean, hey, if you don't want any, we can split between 4 as well. Free.
No, I have
Four,
employees.
four.
I have an employee. Oh my god, an employee to pay. So
Um, yeah, so for I'm just okay. I'll give you the total amount if you prefer.
Yeah,
For
that's
the
fine. I think
okay,
that saves us time as well, because
yeah.
we don't think you don't need to know the individual value of everything.
Yeah, it's not overly important at this point in time. For the for the fuel injectors, the magnetic coils, the subspace attenuator, and the 5 regular coils, you are looking at 2,000 credits.
Damn.
Ooh.
Okay, okay. I mean, hey, 2,000 is nice, but how about 2,500? I think we should probably try
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Oh
increasing that.
If
Elric is a gambler. Like
I
there
feel like I
so,
left the
Okay.
parts with the worst person.
I will say, no, for only Kelric and maybe Kiri if Kiri stayed with him. Um, otherwise, everyone else. Um, Kelric, it's up to you if you want to do diplomacy or bluff. Obviously, how you want to haggle this will influence which one it is.
Yeah. I mean, they're. I was just saying that they're new powers basically. They're brand new. They're good quality. I mean,
Bluff.
I think. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it's gonna have another reroll.
Yeah, yep. Activate the thing and do another reroll.
Out of game, you
Oh
just
my
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Oh my
brand new.
god!
Well,
I need to activate it first. I didn't do that earlier. I need to act. No, I did
Just
actually.
do it first
was
time, because I did it for you the second time. Um,
Okay.
you you impress this admittedly older gentleman,
taking
who's
advantage of the old SMH.
who's um hasn't quite noticed some of the laser scorch marks on the undersides of some of the bits that you've taken off. But he seems convinced. He seems quite impressed that you got all of this stuff brand new. And he nods his head and values it at 3,100.
Oh well, I mean, it's more than
Mm.
us, but sure, I'll take it. Great to
Don't
do
tell him
business
that.
with him.
You very much with a nat 20, with a 20 odd. Yeah, it's not even that. The nat 20 doesn't really matter. It's 24. You nearly reached the DC 25. You went quite a bit beyond. You went like almost 2 DCs ahead. Like you convinced him.
Nice. Well, pleasure doing business with you. I'm glad. I hope the strip parts will sell well. I mean, they're great quality after all.
Oh my
The
god.
temptation to make you do another bluff because you keep running
No!
your mouth.
Elric, be quiet.
I will refrain this time. But that just leaves the weapons, and there's a number of weapon stores here. Mostly they are self defense, so you're looking at pistols and shotguns mainly. There is, however, a store that seems to be linked to the company. No, because haggling works by having the price first. The
Yeah, good.
security firm that runs this place seems to have their own shop as well. I mean, they are a business after all; it's a mercenary guild. Um, that seems to
Yeah,
have a lot
contact over there.
more weapons, a lot more variety of weapons.
I mean, it is three rifles and an SMG. I think that will sell better there than the personal defense stuff.
Indeed, especially as they don't sell either of those. So
Yeah.
the security firm is definitely the best one for those 4 items.
Yep, 3 laser rifles and 1 SMG.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll do some creative accounting.
Oh, hey. Karma, what's UPB?
Universal build parts. It's parts that are used to repair and build parts of a ship.
Which is crafting. Like you can build parts.
It's purely for ship side of it. So you'll notice that ships also have BP build points. The UBP is from that. It's pretty much it's a different kind of value. In official, it's 1-to-1, so 1 credit for 1 UBP. I've changed that. It's I think about 10 to 100 depending on where you go for a UBP.
Wait, so 10 credits per UBP, so it's less UBPs basically.
Yeah, so UBP is
Okay.
more expensive.
Okay.
And okay. So for the 4 items in total, you're looking at 2,765 credits. The rifles, as I mentioned before, for a normal one is 400 and 125? Was it
I think
475?
so, yeah. Something like that. 5 something.
425, yeah. For a single one. That was in good condition, which these three they're in decent enough condition. They've obviously been used, but besides like a cleanup, that's all they really need. So they're just being they're just sort of at the base value, so 425 times by 3. The SMG is actually the pricier one. It's the fancier one, and that
Ooh.
itself was 1,490. So in total, it's 2,765.
Okay, let me just math something really quickly. Give me 1 second, because I want to get to an even split for our group. Okay. How about 3,400 for everything?
God.
3,000 and what?
400.
You can do.
Uh,
You can, yeah, you can do another diplomacy or bluff. How were you saying it?
I mean, you can see they're made from like really high quality parts. You know, they're not used at all. They have no scratch marks, nothing.
Bluff.
I love just the tired bluff.
Karma,
Um,
is your stream still up, Karma?
we're gonna reroll that one, Karma. That's what else usage of that for today, but that's fine.
A second.
That's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, we're back. Not entirely
Thanks,
sure. Yeah.
I'll keep refreshing your stream just in case. But yeah.
Yeah. Not entirely sure what happened and if there was anything missed. Just to clarify, we've basically been haggling and shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Gambling. You did do a bluff, and it looks like you've triggered that again. That's your third and final trigger of
Yeah, for
this.
today.
So
I'm sure it's gonna
roll.
work out.
Yeah, roll another bluff. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Nice.
that was almost a 1.
It was
Oh,
almost a 1, but that is
3,400.
3,070. So 3,700. You said.
400. But I think 700 too.
Well, nice of you for being truthful. 3,400.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, that would be.
But yeah, so we will that will be the accepted one.
Okay. Perfect. I'll take that. Thank you so much. Okay. That is 6,500 in total, so 1,300 for each of us.
Ooh.
Do we split that up right now?
We
I
aren't
mean,
there
for,
right
for
now.
ease of doing that, we can do it right now, I think. We can do that. We can repeat
think
that
you could,
later,
like-
but I think. But doing that right now will probably be the smartest, so we don't forget.
So how much
Just
is
to give
each?
everyone and karma.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Does
1,300
anyone,
each.
do you want us to add it to our character sheets?
I just did it right now, but I
Yeah,
can
I'll
do
allow
it
that.
again.
Yeah.
So
How much?
1,300. 1,300.
1,300, 1,300, yeah.
Wow, I have so much money. Oh my
I got
god.
1,655 credits because
You're
isn't
more
like
than me,
Wait.
fuck's sake.
Mhm.
Wait, say that one more time. How much are we getting?
Oh my god.
1,300.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
1,300.
No.
this is when everyone says it at the same time. I don't hear it.
Okay, future reference is right in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
See,
is
I'm a good trader. I'm good at my job.
Yeah, just learn to stop running your mouth afterwards. I
Yeah.
say in your ear like Professor Oak.
Yeah, you're just there eating, slurping on noodles, like listening to this because someone forgot to turn their headphone off.
Yeah. Trainer Cal, there's a
Oh my
time and a place for
gosh.
everything, but not here. I swear to God, if you ride that bike indoors, I'm gonna break your kneecaps.
Oh no.
But Kiri,
Yes.
you wanted to look for a sniper rifle, did you?
Yeah, originally though, original plan was have Kiri go to library to search for one of those databases where he could search up a name.
Hmm. I was wondering if you wanted to do this first. I thought you were still with Calric. Or did you
No,
go do
he
that
went off.
first? Oh, you went
He
off.
went off
Okay.
on his own, yeah.
Okay. In which case, we can leave Calric here then.
Wait, are we both going
I
to
mean,
a
unless
library
there's like
for
a nice
systems?
pistol to be able to buy, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't just. Sorry, I just noticed that could be an option.
What now?
Wait,
If
what?
there's like a pistol to buy or something like that. I forgot to ask earlier. Sorry, I was too focused on selling.
Let's have a look. There's a couple of pistols.
Ooh.
You see your basic sort of, you got your arc pistol and such. There is also a decoupler pusher, which is a type of
Oh.
pistol. This is sort of a streamlined version of the disintegrator pistols design, basically made to be more affordable. It's a lighter disintegrator pistol, so it's not as destructive, but it is able to dish it out a little bit faster and stuff like that. With out of the above table, basically what this is a 1d6 acid damage. So that is going against EAC.
Mine
And
is currently also EAC, I think. Yes, laser. Yeah, EAC.
yeah. 40 charges, usage 2, so that's 20 shots.
Ooh.
But
And
is a battery 40 charges then, or is it 20 only? 20, right?
your normal one should be 20 charges.
I remember what the other thing Cal
Okay,
had
so
was.
what?
Cal had a big battery as well.
No, that's me.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, that's Maple.
My bad.
Okay, let's use double the ammo for the same damage. That's probably not really that useful to me. So probably not that one.
Yeah. The only other thing I was going to mention was its critical is demoralize.
What's that? I'm
Uh,
stupid.
So basically, if you score a critical, they get the enemy that is hit with a critical has the demoralized effect. And basically, what that means I can't tell you because apparently it's not there.
Oh, good.
It makes them sad.
Oh no. That's case
I
you're gonna be
cast
dead.
depression.
So
Trauma ray.
demoralize. You can attempt a intimidate check with a negatified penalty to. Okay, that's to demoralize your foes. Basically, if it's already got it. That didn't. That didn't help. That's just telling me how to do it.
Yeah, it
Target
took it up
becomes
as well. I
frightened
can only
for
see
2
that
turns.
too.
Target becomes frightened too.
Success target was frightened one turn, and resist is frightened 2 turns. Or frightened 2, whatever that means. I guess 2 turns.
Yeah.
What does frightened do? They run
Same as
away, I
D&D,
guess?
I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's same to D&D. So to be frightened, you have to. Well, this one says you must flee or fight, and you take a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. So
Hmm.
it's not quite like D&D, and because you do have the option to fight the thing that you're scared of, but it's basically the option is you either fight that thing that scared you, or you run from it. So
Yeah.
you can't ignore it and fight someone else while still being close to it. You either have to either target it or run.
Yeah.
But you get a -2 as well.
Fight or flight
Like
reaction,
a taunt,
basically.
in a way.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, kinda. But honestly, I think the
This
extra
is-
damage from my pistol for the criticals is better than demoralized for me right now.
Fair. Um,
Is there any other that he has? Just, I don't know.
yeah, I'm just going through some of them. There's a. Mm, there's a cavitation pistol.
Ooh, okay. What does that do?
Well, I'm gonna say for starters, its special is being unwieldy.
Okay, so not for me, because I think that has disadvantages for me.
Yeah.
You
For
can't
like
full attack
my
with it.
whole thing. That as well, and my thing is like full attack when I have more levels and everything. So sorry,
Because
not
that
for me
one
then.
was a 1d6 and its critical is a pulse of 1d4.
Ooh. That wouldn't be bad, but yeah, the unwieldy kind of throws it out of contention, sadly.
Yeah.
I think if that's all he has, really, in that sort of thing, I think my membrane pistol is pretty good because it has like 1d6 and 1d6 critical as well.
Yeah. I'll say your main brain is probably still going to do you well for at least another level or 2.
Fair. I'm gonna stick with that then and just save money. Basically, I think that's the smarter way to do it.
There. Was there anything else you wanted to look at first before we move over, or is that
Then let me see. I mean, maybe some servers of healing if they're around here somewhere, but I think that's probably something that the rest will also want. So I'll probably just wait with that.
okay? You'll be able to get those in a pharmacy or med center, kind of like in Star Citizen.
Yeah, I think we're kind of like what we want to meet up later and then just talk about that or something.
Yeah. But with that, in which case we'll go to Kiri then. I would like you to tell me what you're looking for then.
I will DM this one to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, Kirilo, Kirilo.
Type.
She was just saying to drink more Ovaltine.
I want you to know I'm still grinning that Sunny basically just adopted a kobold now. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, a 30-year-old man.
Okay, there we go.
We don't know how old Sunny is.
Sunny doesn't know how old Sunny is.
God, I love her.
Alright, I'm gonna like remove your arm to count the rings.
You can't do that with Fox, it doesn't work.
I love her so much.
I would like you, Kiri, to make for starters do a computers check.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Not bad.
Oh,
Nice. And with that, do a culture check as you go through mostly socials and other government records and such.
oh,
Not
well
bad.
done.
The item of your interest, at least as far as you can tell, is by the looks of it located in Kidel,
Ooh.
which you know is the main spire that's close to the central of Fulbright Desert in Verces.
Okay. First thing he's gonna do, sigh of relief because obviously it's like tracking the person, so he knows they're alive. Um, he's just gonna like take out like a small little notepad out of um his belt and just like take notes of
Aw.
the information he gathered.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how often would you say they make their presence known? Like in terms of things like socials and anything community that may appear on the greater internet.
Hmm. I would say like this person kind of strays away from socials as much as possible. Um, Occasionally they would make their presence known trying to find someone as well. Um, Hold on, I'm gonna DM that part to you. Because like I'm trying to like describe it, I'm like, if I say something, like it'd just be easier to DM. Hold on.
That's fair. I mean, it's completely up to you out of character how much you want to reveal in the space of dramatic irony, where it's basically depends on how much you don't mind people out of character knowing versus um, their characters and such. You don't have to worry too
Yeah.
much if you want to say something and such. Um,
Okay, there we go.
as far as you can tell, there hasn't been any kind of presence in about a month.
Okay.
There's a few things that are consistent, mostly in terms of job position, and then stops.
He sighed for a little bit and just I always knew you never use socials, but come on.
Out of character, I'm like at the edge of my seat with this. My nails.
But that does seem to be all you can really find on the matter. It seems as though what little there was there pretty much ends about a month prior, perhaps a little bit longer. It's sort of around a certain point.
Okay. As he was putting away the little notepad, he just kind of like muttered uh to himself, well, at least you're alive. You were the better mercenary of the two, so and then with that he shut down the computer.
All right.
Out of character, we got social media?
It's a full on, it's a full on Galnet or whatever they want to call it.
I just wonder where you get that name from.
you've got all of the news and there are socials and stuff like that. Um, like I said before, there's a lot of delay if you're not using any sort of transponder for all the drift and such. If you're on a station or a planet, it's relatively better. Um, if you're more on the fringes, you're basically using um, posts and the equivalent of email. Whereas if you're on anything more sophisticated, you can chat and even phone across the galaxy. If you don't have that, though, the best you can do is from planet to planet if you're close enough, and that would obviously have a delay.
Okay, there we go. Just have to update some stuff.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, aside from that, Carrie just shuts down the computer, goes to sit down for a minute to just try and like piece some things together.
Hmm. While you're doing that, it's around this time that you get the message from Fox.
He kind of just like sighed, just like, "Ugh, come on." And then he turned on his little communication device or something. I'm in the library. What do you want?
Hey, Kiri, I'll be right now.
Hmm. Okay.
And
Bro is already
then
tired of her.
just heads over, like, walks in, do me over, like, exaggerated looking around. Like, looking for Kiri. Spots Kiri, runs over. It's like, hey, did you find what you're looking for?
Uh, kind of, but it's nothing important.
Right, looks around it. Is there, like, anywhere where there's, like, somewhere private, like a corner we could speak? Karma?
um, for the most part, the library itself is mm, yeah. So at this point, it's sort of at computer terminals, but it is also a more sort of like library, mostly like smaller tablets as opposed to actual paper books. But there is a few like corners or like inside the nooks of these shelves and such that you can go to.
Okay. Can we talk about that?
Sure. And then he like stood up and walked over to that area.
So, I wanted to ask you some questions, but I know they might be something you prefer not to talk about, so I'll try and keep them so you just need to answer yes or no, because I don't want to pry.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Given your strengths, I'm assuming you're from Verces.
Correct.
The night terror you had when we were with the kobolds, was that something that real that you experienced?
He hesitated for a moment and then nodded.
Was it on Verces?
Hold on, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember the details of it. Hold on. I'm sitting here like, uh, details. Um, uh, yeah, he nodded. Hold on, or he shook his head. It was like, um, not exactly.
Okay. Is Versus a place you'd be willing to return to if needs be?
He took a deep breath and um pulled out his notepad. Verces is my home planet, and I'm trying to find my brother, and I think he's still on Verces.
So that's a yes then.
He then shook his head or nodded.
Yeah. I need to see someone on Versus as well. And given you're the pilot, I figured I should run it by you first. Especially considering I figured that Night Terror might have something to do with it. I need to
He
go to a
kind of
different
just
part
like
of Versus. Oh,
he
go
seemed a
on.
little shocked at first because almost no one goes to Verces, so he's kind of is like a little suspicious. Who are you trying to talk to on Verces? I'm sure you're aware most other Strix don't let other species on the planet.
I don't need to speak to the Strix. I need to go to the Twilight City.
Hmm.
So,
I would sorry.
as I say, while the Strix have the light side of the planet pretty much on lock, you get the cold shoulder, and you absolutely cannot go into Cadell, normally at least, unless you're also a Strix. Um, there is also a dark side of the planet that never faces the sun and is always cold, and in between is a band of twilight, which is sort of perfect conditions for most forms of life. This is where you get your more like green trees and stuff like that. There are cities over there, while as a Strix, you don't know too much about them. You might know a little bit more because you have gone further. Most people only ever within like the Strix only really think of their side of the planet, but there are areas where other people live, and that's actually the main part of the Pact Alliance. But the other two halves are usually ignored, which is how the Strix is sort of
Yeah,
continued with their own culture on their side.
I will say getting to Verces will be difficult for all of you guys. Pretty much the only place you'll be able to access is the Twilight Forest.
Oh, City.
But Twilight City. I'm sorry,
But-
Twilight City.
You have to be level
The
50.
the city. um, but and if either of you were if anyone were to stumble into any of the other areas, I would not be able to assist you because the other Strix are very particular about who goes into those areas.
I pretty much spent my teenage years and beyond there on Verses. I'm familiar.
We would have to make sure the others then know to stay out of the Strix populated areas, but I'm sure we could make a stop over there.
But in fairness, since I wasn't expecting you to tell me why you wanted to go there, I need to see the person who saved me after the attempt on my life. Because Xerxes is where I was when that happened.
He kind of just like crossed his arms a little bit and just took like a deep breath. Um, I'm sure we could figure something out then, making a pit stop.
I appreciate it. And for what it's worth, I I get that feeling of waking up with no terrors. This isn't me trying to be friends with you. I'm just saying I understand.
Yeah, it's nice that somebody understands, but don't expect me to go into it.
I don't. Same as I wouldn't go into mine.
Well, that's something that we can understand about each other then.
I'm sure you have stuff to do. I've got stuff to do as well, so I'll leave you to it.
He
I'm in no
nodded.
rush.
Oh, sorry.
I'm in no rush to go to Verces. There's other places I need to check out, I guess. I don't even know where to begin, but when you're ready, we can go there.
Depending on how the others, I would probably say we'd go there soon because I have not talked to my brother in, uh, like, I don't even know. The days are all foggy, like 9 months. I just, I just need to know he's okay and update him on some stuff.
Just kind of gives a silent nod and like turns her like back to Kiri and before being like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna be going now.
Mhm. If you see any of the others, just let them know to expect a trip to my home planet.
Understood. And just
Thank
walks
you.
off, like keeping
And
her
then
face hidden as she walks.
he'll sit back at the table and just kind of like take out his notepad and just continue writing down some stuff.
In which case, Ox, where are you going?
Um, don't like focus on Sunny. We can do my part next. But Fox is probably gonna head to the private room. Just
Oh,
message
okay, you can do that
Geran.
straight with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, in which case, Sonny, while you're like looking around, is there like anything in particular that you are curious about to see if the station has or anything along those lines? Or is it purely exploration?
It's going to be pure, like mostly exploration. While also she's starting to. I mean, also because Pebble brought this up earlier, and I've been wanting to do this, but I want to have her find a way to learn, like, or at least start the process of learning the Kobold language,
Okay.
so she can act as translator.
So I would like for you to do a perception check first while you're just looking around.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
Um, 19. When was the last time you were in a populated area?
Oh, um, I'm guessing other than just the normal like Geran capital ship that I've been on.
Yeah, so somewhere that isn't
Yeah,
military, somewhere that isn't a war zone, essentially. Basically, the last time you've been somewhere with people in a population center that's just normal.
in God, it'd probably be years.
There is a sense of familiarity being along the street. Nothing concrete. It's not like you've been here before, but kind of a welcomed, almost nostalgia in a sense. Like you can recognize features, people, movements that you haven't really experienced in a good while.
Hmm.
You see shops, not just standard ship canteens. You see a whole bunch of like information centers, maps on signs outside, trees lining the street to sort of break things up, give some greenery to what would otherwise be a very sort of mechanical looking place, even though it's quite sort of like pristine, so white, clean, but like all sort of cities, some greenery here and there to make it seem a little bit more natural. You can, when you look up, you see daylight essentially. Like it looks like blue skies and clouds, but you can see the main body of the station um hovering above the sky like a massive moon, because of course this ring goes around it, and even with that simulated sky you can still see through that and the actual space around it, including a couple of asteroids as well, just sort of floating in its spot. um by your side, of course, is the other kobold.
Yeah.
Um, but you do find a um, you find a library. This one isn't actually the same one. This is one of the other ones. It's a um, smaller one, and it seems to be more on cultures and stuff. So if you're looking for something about languages, this would probably be the better one.
Hmm. Um, she's just gonna walk in. She's also been this entire time and occasionally glancing over at the kobold, making sure they're still there, not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Um, but she's probably going to go in and see what things she can learn about language. I want her to start studying other languages.
I love her.
So are you looking for language like in general, or are you specifically starting with kobold?
So for the moment, specifically starting with kobold, so we can understand this little guy. Um,
Yeah, nah.
but um, so yeah, for now, starting with kobold, but eventually it's going to expand into just general other languages.
Okay, do a culture check then, because you can definitely
Alrighty.
get up these notes quite quickly. You're not like looking through books; you're pretty much accessing a database.
Wait, did it not work? Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. I uh, I'm not trained, but I would like to roll anyway. Yep.
Ooh, I don't like how that hovered over the two.
Oh, that scared me.
I'd have thought you would have been trained on that because you have it
I
selected as a class
also
skill.
I also thought I was trained in it, but I guess not.
Mm, yeah. Trained must be a different thing compared to the class skills. Anyway,
Must be.
you you gain access to this. It's public information. It's just a standard thing, and you can start with the basics. This will be a somewhat slowish process, but you could uh double check. What is your modifier? 2. It would take 12 weeks to fully learn the language. You will get better at the language, obviously, before that, learn basics, etc., etc. That would be until
Right.
you fully master it and can add it to your language list.
I'm all right with that.
Mhm. And this basically just means dedicating a part of your time every long rest to do this. You can also you can hire a language coach. In this case, it would be a actual computer program, and this would be 25 credits a week.
Hmm.
But in doing so will mean that you won't have to do roles, because if you were to do a role and not match the DC, that would basically be a week wasted. But with this, it guarantees, but you're paying money to do so.
In that
And
Duolingo.
I'm probably not going to spend money on anything else that I know of.
Fair enough. There is a base payment, so you can take 25 credits off you now, if you wish to purchase this option. It basically comes with this database, so you can essentially download the Cobalt section of this database, including the coach, and that's sort of how you can keep it on you.
All right, I have done that.
Nice, nice. But with that, you do have at least some basic understanding of some of the language already. You know that when they're sort of like, when you hear like the kobold say something like "Eda," that sort of thing, that it's not actually a word. It's a basically a sound made to get attention. So above table, kind of like saying "oi" or "oye" and that sort of thing instead, or like "hey."
Aww.
So it's less a word, just more of like a sound made to get attention.
Oh, I'm excited about this. Learning more languages gets me closer to feeling like a normal person. Slow progress, but we do it. Alrighty. And I don't think I had anything in mind or anything else in mind. That was really about it.
Okay.
I'm just imagining, like, as I'm learning, just basic practicing conversations or basic words with the kobold with me.
Mhm. Oh, it's gone.
That's so fucking cute.
Wait, what? Oh shit.
Oh,
About partway through talking, you look down to say something, basically repeating something that you've read, and
Blinking
nothing.
outline.
Blinking outline, yes.
and you're just frantically looking like, oh god, where's my child?
Oh, they're gonna kill me.
Oh no.
You do,
Sorry.
you do, however, notice that the lights begin to flicker a little bit inside this library.
Oh. Um. Oh no. Um.
Fox is gonna be so pissed.
That's all I'm thinking right now, and I can't stop laughing.
I'm just expecting like Fox to just walk into wherever she's about to go, and the kobold just appears in front of her.
So, the moment she rises, it's gone. She stands up, looking around, like frantically, of basically be like, "Oh no, I failed at the one job I was given."
Oh.
Roll a perception.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you don't see anything, but with your hearing, you can hear the tap 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 of lizard claws on sort of metal floor that the station floor is sort of made up of. Running out into the street somewhere.
Shit.
And with that, we will go to Pebble.
Shit.
Oh no.
I had one job.
Oh my
I
god.
am sorry to say
I can-
this, honey.
I can
think
protect
this,
a bomb, but I can't protect a kobold. What the fuck?
I think this task was rigged from the start.
I think it
Oh
was.
my god.
Oh my! I'm actually sobbing right now. This is
I love it.
I'm crying. Oh god.
I just imagine like
This is great.
so he like looking around, looks out in the street, sees the kobold, turns, smiles, a car passes by, the kobold's just gone.
Oh my god, yes.
So yeah, kobolds run off, and yeah, we'll go to Pebble. So you've gone to find somewhere for noodles.
Noodles, or I'm also debating if I should go to like a bar.
Um, like a bar.
Yeah.
Black sheep?
um, well, there's
Specifically, I'm trying to find information on if there's anyone on this station who is a fanatic of pre-gap tech.
ooh,
Kind of like I'm trying to find the estranged crazy of the station. And if that doesn't work out, just go to the library.
I would say
But no.
uh I will say start at the library. You'll need to be here for some time before you can start figuring out people.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna like go like the bartender, like, hey, any rumors of a crazy person on this station? Besides, us four.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I was suggesting. um,
Oh, I guess it's 6 now, but okay.
yeah, I'll say yeah, start with the library with this first. There's something else afterwards.
Okay.
Um, that said, I would like you to do. Uh,
So,
hmm?
very specifically, I'm trying to research into what the orb could possibly be
Yeah,
and other things like it.
do a computers check.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on. That's not right. It says my computer says 0. Is that
No, it's
correct?
not.
Hold on.
+3.
Okay. Uh, Could I do my new level in it?
How much more is it?
So it looks like my computer's is the total's a +7 on my
Uh, all right,
that
you
is
can
really
roll
good.
that, and I'll add a 4.
Okay, so it's computers.
Yep.
Oh, no.
My God.
Oh,
Uh,
dude, our
4,
rolls are so
It's a
50-50 today. What
12.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. From what you've described, you get a few like matches, but it's nothing really related. It's more so just like, for example, you look up like the shape, and there's plenty of things that pop up. None of them match this. Stuff like that, where it's like you get the literal responses, but nothing that you're specifically looking for. You The only thing I will say is you do come across some and it was stated that this is something that would have come from long before.
Mhm.
Um, Looking into that aspect of it, you will come across sort of like public knowledge stuff, things that are known on Abalon. I grab the information. Um, so Abalon is a planet in the Pact Alliance. It's a planet very close to its star, above table, kind of like Mercury, and it is home to self-replicating robotic creatures. Um, these are known as the Anasites.
Anasites?
Anasites. So ANA and then cities. But these are basically sentient living uh machines, and they are said to have been made by a group known as the First Ones. That's just what they refer to them as, but basically a race, perhaps, or some kind of organization that are given that name, the First Ones, as they are believed to be the first to have colonized that planet thousands upon thousands of years before the gap, and built this robotic population to collect resources from the planet. Most of most of the cities that were formed there are now in ruins, but um, still populated and such. But everything on that planet is robotic, including animal-like robotic predators and prey, and it's basically an entire ecosystem of self-replicating machines, mimicking what most planets have, just instead of biological, it's synthetic.
I think that is a lead of something.
At the very least, it's the only thing in terms of the the conversation, so to speak, of there being civilizations before the known ones.
Also, does that line up kind of estimate of how old this orb is?
Well,
Because you
mention
said
of
it's like
mention
older
of
than
the first ones tend to talk about millennia before the gap, so in the range of thousands of years. It's possible, but you know that this orb is incredibly old compared to that sort of thing. So either someone's estimation is off, you're just not sure which one.
Okay. One last thing, is it possible to like open up Shazam and be like that song that goed and try to remember and hum the song?
Um, do we said culture last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
Do another culture check.
I hate this.
Not 20. Oh!
Far off.
Oh,
Well,
so
it's a
close.
21. Like, did I really
Sunny,
just forget the melody?
Yeah.
when you're looking around for this kobold that you have misplaced, you do spot Pebble in the library, or are you about to leave? At this point, what are you doing as you're trying to record the song? Sorry, I'm in Pebble. What you're trying to do as you're recording this song? Are you still in the library at this point, or?
Well, I was kind of at the library, like seeing if there's like a song search function and humming it to see if I could find out about it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you Sonny, you still see Pebble um in this kind of library. It's more of a like a recorded history kind of location.
All right. I'm going to have. All right, Sunny, realizing that the kobold went missing, is going to walk up to Pebble and just kind of stand there until they notice her.
You hear that song, the one you heard before, the familiar tune that you can never quite place, but recently seems to be on your mind.
Hmm.
I'm a gummy bear. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
but yeah,
That's in my head.
she,
Sorry.
she just stands there until Pebble notices.
Uh,
17.
Oh,
So,
hey!
so it's long enough for you to clock that familiar song, the one that you heard in your first dream, and then eventually, yeah, February you do sort of you kind of notice that looming, the familiar
Oh,
kind of looming.
looks up. Hey, Sonny. How you doing?
I may have failed in the task I was given of watching the kobold.
Uh, Can I give a chuckle? Like, oh man, those guys are slippery, huh? Uh,
I am sorry for my failure.
no, it's okay. It's okay. I don't think it's your fault. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna start like. Do I kind of like have the song down in my head now?
Yeah, with a 21, you definitely do. Um, no
Yeah.
result on the machine itself, but at least that one isn't familiar with it. Slight flicker
Um,
of the screen, you've noticed that a few times.
I'm gonna close out, and I guess okay. I guess we'll go look for the little guy.
Thank you.
Don't worry about saying like Kobolds, like, have minds of their own. They like to go off on adventures. It's not your fault.
Can I ask what you were listening to?
Uh, it's a song that's been just stuck in my head. Not quite sure where I got it from. Mm.
Is there any way I can help? It,
Uh, do you know it?
I've heard it once before.
Oh, shoot. Should we walk and talk?
She nods.
Judges, Oh, as we're leaving and trying to find the kobold, where have you heard it before?
In something that most people call a dream.
Immediate kind of like a shit in my head. This is very complicated. Oh, um, huh. Not sure how dreams work for androids myself. Like,
I'm not sure either. It's been I don't think I've ever had one until recently.
well, maybe I picked up the song from you then. Were you humming it around the ship at all?
She shakes her head.
And I don't think Pebble has the heart to try to gaslight Sunny for that. Oh, well.
Unlike someone.
If
You might know who you're talking about.
if you do figure out anything more about the song, let me know. I would like to save it to my media player. It is catchy.
Of course. I will let you know.
Thank you. And gonna do the little hand above eyes, like scan the streets here.
Right.
Where did you go, buddy?
I'd like both of you to make a perception check. Be a relatively low DC for this one.
My perception, could we add one since it's
Oh
a
no!
9?
Yeah, you can add one. 19.
Sonny doesn't see shit.
The
There's too much.
I'm panicking too much.
yeah. Which color was that again? Purple?
White.
White.
Oh wait, no. You mean for fear or embarrassment?
Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fearful is Sonny of Fox finding out?
Probably a 2.
Okay. Then whichever one is embarrassment.
All right, so white.
You you kind of you're basically doing the robotic equivalent of overthinking, where you're kind of just computing every single variable as to when, how, why this happened. And because you don't have all of the answers, it's basically going around in an infinite loop of variables. Um, meanwhile, while that mess is happening, Pebble, you look around, you don't see anything, but then you hear a mix of things. You basically hear a
Oh no.
and the sound of a gruffer sort of older man by the sounds of it, just going, "Hey, if you've got no credits, I can't give you any food."
Oh.
I'm gonna
God, I
try
love
to
them.
be like, "Oh, Sonny, come on! I think I found him," and make my way.
Eh, Um, it appears to be a sort of a cafe. Um, Bit of an odd one, really. It's cafes are at the front, and then to the side of it is a noodle shop. It's the same building, so like it seems like they share the sort of like the kitchen, drinks sort of section, and you basically just see this kobold tiptoes, like jaw basically on the counter, and it's this sort of
Oh.
like like trying to get like food, and the guy's like no, he has no credits. You see on the counter next to him is a bit of scrap metal and a small power cell,
Oh.
which has
Oh.
definitely come from somewhere.
Oh
I
no!
may
Wait
want
a
to
minute.
remind Sonny that the lights did flicker at one point when you were um in that particular library in the languages area.
Could probably put two
um.
and two together. Oh,
You could
go on.
definitely
So
assume that the power cell came from this place. It doesn't you don't recognize it as being somewhere from Acalata or Geran. But yeah, so Sonny.
So now that Sunny has seen it, she's probably gonna shout over in the little kobold that she learned today. Hey, hey, you there?
Immediately turns over, sees one eye blinks, the other eye blinks. It seems surprised to have heard his own language, but sort of like smiles and waves you over, like ushering you to come over because he knows you've got credits.
I love
uh,
him.
she's just gonna walk over, pick them up, place them back on her shoulder.
There is
Um,
like disgruntled like kobold noises of protest, but he can't stop you. You're
I thought I'd be like, well, we found him. Seems like the little guy might be a little hungry. Should we grab a bite to eat here?
The little guy who's a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Shush, let us
Listen.
have
That's
this.
a little guy. I don't know what you mean. That's
That's
fine.
a
The
little guy.
I mean, Geran said he's a young guy, so who knows? But still,
Actually, for kobold age, they usually die around 20 years old, but that's just due to
Oh.
reckless life behavior.
yeah, they can actually live to because I think in Starfinder sense it's like
120 or something.
in D&D, yeah, it's 135. In Starfinder, apparently it's like 215, something like that.
Like,
Oh,
they're like
sick.
lobsters.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
I'm gonna kind of like look at the kobold and do like the little ASL sign for like food. Kind of just like gesture, like putting something in mouth.
he's like, you can sort of hear a bit of an exasperated sigh. You're not entirely sure how long this kobold has been trying to harass this guy for food, but he seems 110% done with that. However, considering there now seems to be other people with him, he sort of like relaxes a bit and goes, "If you want some food, that's fine. It will be. It does cost though."
Yeah, I got the credits. I got about like I think I look at my like bank account to see that the transfer happened. I'm like, oh my wait, yeah. Table for three, please.
Like, yeah, very well. It just sort of points towards. So there's like a number of tables. It sort of like wraps around the two corners of this place. So it's like the same tables as well. So regardless of whether you're at the cafe part or the noodle joint, it's it's basically sort of like public seating bit. Um, and basically just says, but that will things have words have left me.
All good.
We got this.
Um, it'll be 10 credits per person.
I don't eat.
Uh, well, I like. Turns out, yeah, but like, can you eat? Question mark.
I don't think I can.
Alright.
Out of character, I don't think I can.
Well, ooh,
I know I don't need to breathe. I don't know about food consumption.
Okay.
From what I can tell, you don't need any at all. Whether or not you can, I'll leave that up to you as to whether you have the physical capability to do so.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
oh, oh, I was gonna say like even for the android.
Oh, whoever's getting food. So if you can't eat, then that would be 20 credits in total for the two of you. It sort of points to you
Alright.
and the kobold.
I'll cover the cost for that for now. Bing bing. Mhm.
Head
There we
pats.
go.
There's sort of like a light rumble, not quite a purr, but quite close. Some of the lizards do that.
I'm gonna say like let the kobold like get into the booth first and then sit beside him, blocking him in.
Let's go under the table.
Oh wait, sorry. My internet just cut out. I missed all of that.
Okay.
Oh,
So
so after
There's
the
anything that just
pat,
happened.
after this head pat, kobold still basically sort of like let out a little like rumble, not quite a purr, but sort of like the one that some lizards make. Um,
Oh.
and then yeah, so 20 for the two for the two that do eat, and yeah, it's tables, so it's like, you know,
damn, can't lock him into the booth.
afraid not to. You'll have to deal with it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Sunny's gonna be like holding them in their lap, making sure they don't squirm away.
This is adorable.
I love these kobolds so fucking much. Oh my god.
With that, yeah, you
This is
yeah.
my kobold. If anything happens to them, I will turn into a murderous android.
That's Sunny later.
Funny later. So yeah, you at least the two of you that do eat, you can enjoy basically ramen, and
Yum.
at that time as well, well, you will on your way see them.
Is the kobold holding the power core?
I was like, I'd probably like scoop them up, be like, oh, hey, like sorry about that. He like language barriers and all that.
How fair. Um, I would say no then, assuming that Pebble still has it on him.
Okay. Just like glance over and see them there. Um, debates briefly whether to go over. There's like, okay, I do need to tell them of this. Just walks over, like, oh, well done, you actually kept the kobold alive.
Yep, everything's
Sunny
all
nods.
good.
And also, by this point, her lights have returned to normal. They're no longer white.
Okay.
Like if Sunny would have like brought up that like like actually the kobold got, I'd like kind of like give a little knee nudge.
Doesn't
Uh,
understand what that means, continues anyway. No.
I was debating on it.
That's it.
Looks like our next stop is going to be Curious Homeworld, or at least soon we'll be heading there.
Do I know what that world is?
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Not just from that
Uh,
Understandable.
where are we going?
Right, you're an idiot. Versus.
Does that still go over Pebble's head?
um You don't know too much about Verces, but you do know it's a planet within the Pact Alliance, so it's a decent ways away. It's almost the other side of near space.
Like,
Would be nice to be
Not that
somewhere
far,
other
is
than
it?
Acalata.
It's
It's
It's just
it's
in the
I
about
same.
remember it's just
halfway.
Yeah,
decent away
it's
from Acalata, I think.
Mm.
it's like I
So
suppose they're going like a few systems, but maybe wrong.
If you were to go through the I can say this to you, you would know this one. Um,
Yeah.
if you're if you're just following the hyperlanes, it would be one,
Oh
two,
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
three,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7 systems, one of which is Geran Authority.
Yeah, that's fair.
It would be nice to be somewhere other than Acalata.
I have
assume
somewhere I might need to go as well, but we can discuss that back on the ship.
you're just gonna volunteer us for another journey for yourself.
What about going to Kiri's home world did you think was due with me?
Well, why are we going there to begin with?
You can ask Kiri that.
Could I sense motive? Wasn't it out of character, Fox who kind of recommended going to that planet and not Kiri?
Above character, yes, people wouldn't know that. I will still allow sense motive just because it's already well established that ain't nobody trusting Fox for the most part, even
Like
even in Renee
I'm
form.
I'm assuming that like Fox like has some mission that they want to do and is gonna probably be using stuff to cover that as the record shows.
I will then, in which case, do stealth motive for that. I will give Fox the opportunity to either bluff or diplomacy, depending on how much is an active attempt of you hiding your side of it, and how much is just you not really bothering.
I'm just giving
Um,
the eyebrow raise to you. Oh, never mind.
I don't need to
Okay.
roll.
No, because regardless of
Okay.
what you do, it's always going
Yeah.
to be more than a one. That is just a straight flat
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I was gonna like you have an eyebrow raised and like a shrug, like, whatever.
I have a +4 to bluff and a +3 to +2 to diplomacy, so
Yeah,
there's a no way I could roll
there
low.
was no. Yeah. The minimum is a three there.
Damn, I just
While I won't say you lose all suspicion just because that wouldn't make too much sense.
it's not worth the headache to even.
Yeah, basically you're going with it. You believe her about it being Kiri's side of it. If Fox happens to have some stake in the matter, that's her own issue.
Well, not a place I'm familiar with at all. Like, is there water there?
Like
I don't want to have to.
drinkable water.
I don't
Oh.
want to have to trek through another desert.
Well, I can tell you there's a city.
Well, that's a plus.
If we're going to Curious Park, though, that might be another desert.
Okay. Well, you want for food?
No, I got things to do. Just turns, walks off while texting Geran.
Okay.
Would it be possible to quickly stop the gun shop?
Uh,
I've already told you what I'm looking for, so if it's not there, then
I forgot I need to buy Kiri a gun. I've got to buy a gun.
I'm assuming at this point, Fox will take her cut of earnings as well. So
mm.
I was gonna
Yes.
try to catch Sunny up over like some stuff.
Yeah, I was also about to have Sunny be like, "Hey, I still don't really understand what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
Cue
you
recap of the entire series.
say I
The whole
Maybe
universe
Verse was
is
in a half dense state.
well, I guess I have to start from the beginning. In a time before time, the legend of the
In
bionicle.
a land before.
Fox is still within range, just slaps Pebble across the back of the head when he starts with.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for you to leave before I like
Yeah, that's fine.
talk
Let's
to
just
you
make a
about
joke.
this. So I guess all of us were at a station called Gonsalgrim. Some of us recently moved there, some lived there all our lives, some were just passing through. Me personally, I lived there since I was born. The was the
That's
Esk.
Vesk
Pescarium, like
to
if that's easy to remember.
to cut the long story short, because a lot has happened. Station was attacked by the Vescarian Empire and destroyed. We are one of the few who made it out of the station. Uh, the reason why the station was attacked is really unclear, but whether we like it or not, we are a little tangled up in that. So
And so
I'm currently trying to figure out who attacked the station, why, and hopefully bring them to justice. Renee slash Fox has her own kind of agenda that is not really clear to us. They want revenge. Kiri and Kel are kind of just along.
I guess if you need any help in your research, let me know. I don't have any other plans in mind.
Your help would be greatly appreciated, but I'm not gonna force you to stay with us.
I've
If you want to,
made my choice clear a while ago. I've decided my loyalties lie with you.
just if you decide that you want to jump ship, I won't stop you. Just don't put a bullet in the back of our heads. Is what I ask.
I don't see why I would.
Right.
And even so, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't even know where I'm from or anything about myself. So, if I'm left here, then here is where I'll stay.
I don't know why that got me a little emotional. Okay. Journey might be dangerous. So I kind of like put my hand out into a fist bump. Nice.
Stares at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So here, try to mirror what I'm doing.
She puts her fist out as well. It doesn't meet yours, but it's just kind of next to yours.
I'm gonna like just push him, like just do a little motion, do the hand explosion.
Ba la 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 la.
It's called a fist bump where I'm from. It's like a thing of friendship.
Friendship?
Hmm? Yeah, we're friends, right?
I guess so. Where I'm from, they call that allies.
where I'm from, an ally doesn't necessarily mean you're friends. Like, look at Fox.
Nods.
Like, I wouldn't call us friends. Like, God, she absolutely gets on my nerves. But I'm just not gonna leave her behind. Because in the end, she's proven to have our backs. And sometimes that's all you can really rely on out here.
She nods again.
Don't take anything like Fox says, like, personally. She's just angry,
I don't even
doesn't
think I
know.
can.
Right? I should probably finish up the food and meet up with the others.
Right.
Can say, ain't that right? Is it Squib?
Squig.
Yeah, Squig.
Ain't that bad? Squeak the mother.
I love him.
But Pebble,
Hmm?
just no matter what, you have at least one friend. And she just kind of gestures to herself.
Right. And you have at least one. Gestures to myself. Possibly two, and like points at the kobold too.
Yeah.
She nods.
Great talk. I'm gonna finish up my food. And if we start to leave, just be like, whisper under my breath, like, maybe this living thing ain't too bad.
Oh!
Oh, what the? I did.
We'll leave that there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Ah!
I thought this was just supposed to be the shopping episode.
I still need to buy Kiri a gun.
Okay, yeah.
Don't worry, there's still plenty of time to do things at the beginning of the next session as well. I was just looking at time and also seems
Yeah.
like a good place to put that just there as a little
Yeah, because
offbit.
I
Yeah.
have a tourney warm up in 40 minutes.
He hates us.
I
We
know.
l- I started crying with it. You have at least one friend, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm kind of crying.
Oh,
I love this kobold. I love Sunny.
I
Me
love
too.
Pebble.
I love
So
this
far-
entire campaign.
Same. Thank you, Karma.
I love messing with
Thank
you
you, Karma.
guys.
Karma.
I was so hoping Fox would stumble upon the kobold. Like before the episode.
I was hoping not, because I'm like,
I was also
yeah,
hoping
it's
not.
it's not Sunny's fault the kobold got lost, but I don't think Fox would see it that way. And I was like worried for Sunny. I don't want Sunny to have like a midlife crisis of like, I failed my task. What am I good for?